We have Blackhawks.
Oh, you do? I'll be back up. See you shortly. You guys good? Mr. Patron, Noah said you can throw his phone down.
This?
Yeah.
Can you catch it for real?
I know.
You call me, you announce me as Big Daddy Shane?
I don't think so.
Big Daddy Shane, escorted by Amy.
We ready? Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today, we will watch you take your home field for the last time this season as a Mustang. The last home game you will play with the friends you have made since kindergarten. We have watched you play with a baseball since before you could walk. It was in your blood. Today, we remember watching you play your first t-ball game and all the games in between. Some with their dad or pap in the dugout as coaches, and with your mom and family in the bleachers anxiously awaiting for you to step into the box. They were there when you got your first hit, your first home run, and when you made your first error, cheering you on just the same. All these memories will be cherished forever. All the dirty uniforms, muddy cleats, baseball equipment, everywhere. The endless practices and yelling, "Don't play baseball in the house." You have learned so many lessons about life through the game of baseball that you will carry with you forever. Throughout the years, you have learned about sportsmanship, leadership, teamwork, accountability, humility, and grace, both in winning and in defeat. As you take the field today, know that we are so proud of your accomplishments and of the young men you are becoming. Take a moment to take it all in. Take pride in what you have accomplished. This is not an ending, but a new beginning. Now go and have fun with your friends and play ball. Today, here at LH, we would like to honor the seniors from Blackhawk. Mr. Owen Keister, and Mr. Alex Pritchard. On behalf of the players, boosters, and everyone here at Laurel Highlands, we wish you all the best. Now on to the Laurel Highlands seniors. First up, Mr. Shane Layton. Shane is the son of Jim and Amy Layton and has two brothers, Jonathan and Zach Layton. He is being escorted by his parents, Jim and Amy Layton. Shane has played baseball for 13 years. He has played on teams at R.W. Clark, Clark Curve, Hark, the Legends, and Uniontown American Legion. He has also played for the Laurel Highlands basketball team. Shane will be attending Laurel Business Institute here in the fall to become a respiratory therapist. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Shane Layton. Ethan Koffler. Ethan is the son of Ray and Kathy Koffler. He is being escorted by parents Ray and Kathy Koffler. Ethan has played 12 years of baseball and has also played for the Laurel Highlands basketball team. Ethan's future plans are to attend West Virginia University. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ethan Koffler. Next up, Mr. Xander Call. Xander is the nephew of Stacy and Wayne D'Angelo, and is also being escorted by Stacy and Wayne D'Angelo. Shane has played 11 years of baseball, and his future plans are to attend West Virginia University in the fall to major in cybersecurity. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Xander Call. And last but not least, Mr. Devin Kravoski. Devin is the son of Roger and Tammy Kravoski. He's also being escorted by Roger and Tammy Kravoski. Devin has played baseball for the past 13 years. He has been a member of the LH varsity team for the past 3 years. During his sophomore year, he was the closing pitcher, helping lead his team to victory in the school's first ever state playoff game win. He was honored to be selected to the FCCA All-County team his sophomore year. He is also a member of the Uniontown Legion team. Devin's future plans are to attend Penn State Fayette campus and major in criminal justice. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Devin Kravoski.
Jackson Franks, if you could announce he's going to throw out the first pitch of the game, okay?
This is actually the end, so.
Okay, yeah, so whenever you're ready.
Ready, okay.
At this time, it's time for the first pitch of the afternoon. The first pitch is going to be done by a Mr. Jackson Franks.
I'm assuming that's that little bit. Listen, I'm a good assumption, you know? That's right. We still have
Oh, you got time.
Okay, I'm gonna wrap my
Yeah, take your time.
First pitch, Mr. Jackson Franks.
Yes.
Just us.
Okay.
And remember, folks, keep in mind, God, family, country first. And we will talk to you again, 3:45 on Monday, on the Gold and Diamond Review. Have a great weekend, everyone out there. Be safe, be kind, put a smile on your face, and hopefully you'll tune in. Don't change that dial, 590 AM WMBS Radio. God bless America.
All right, Joe, have a great day and a great weekend. We'll speak with you Monday. That's Joe Ursulek of Catherine's Gold and Diamond Review, brought to you by Catherine's Jewelry. They're on East Crawford Avenue, Connellsville. Shop Catherine's for all your gold and diamond needs and so much more. 82 degrees with some light rain on WMBS Uniontown, 5 o'clock, and we have high school baseball for you. Let's take you out to the gang. It's Brian Moroza. Brian, what's going on, sir?
Thanks a lot, Nick. I'm here with Josh Scully tonight. High school baseball action on WMBS Senior Day here at Landman Field at Laurel Highlands High School as the Laurel Highlands Mustangs take on the Blackhawk Cougars. As I mentioned, Josh Scully alongside Sarah Camp behind the camera. Nick Barczyk back inside our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. Our pregame show being brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. They'll get you ready for the game. They're located 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. And Josh, only the third meeting between these two schools since 2007. Laurel Highlands and Blackhawk met in a WPIAL quarterfinal round game in the 07 season, met again in 2021, and Blackhawk making the long trip down here to Fayette County for Laurel Highlands Senior Day here tonight.
Brian, it's a special day for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. I love that pregame ceremony. You and I heard the words. This is the last time some of these seniors are going to experience having the opportunity to play on this field. They've been doing it for years. They've been playing together in different environments since they could walk. That's what we were told. They're going to get to do it one more time here today at Laurel Highlands High School.
Yeah, the Mustangs seniors that were honored before the game included Ethan Koffler, Shane Layton, Alexander Call, Tristan McCoy, who unfortunately has been injured and unable to play this spring, and Devin Kravosky. So 4 of the 5 will be in the starting lineup for Laurel Highlands, and 2 seniors on the Blackhawk side as well, including Owen Keister and Zach Oliver. Keister in the starting lineup for the Blackhawk Cougars. Also Alex Pritchard as well, another senior on the Blackhawk side. And for Blackhawk, Josh, they've qualified for the WPIAL playoffs. They're 6-9 overall, 4-6 out of Section 1 4A play. They're tied for 3rd place, so their season will continue. Unfortunately for Laurel Highlands, for the first time since 2017, they're not in the WPIAL playoffs. They'll play at Brownsville on Monday, and that'll be the end of their regular season.
Well, for the Mustangs, we're hoping certainly that they finish the season strong. Great opportunity here at home, and another good opportunity next week to close the season out with a win. For Blackhawk, they've had a bit of an up-and-down season. Right now, they probably want to tune themselves up to get ready for the postseason.
And this is a school with so much playoff history. Won WPIAL championships in 2017, 2012, and 2004, and it seems like year in and year out, they're always a contender.
Absolutely, and they do it in multiple sports too, Brian. We're familiar with some of these names. We've got multiple sports athletes on both teams, but this Blackhawk team, they get it done across the board.
We're going to pause now for the national anthem, and we're back with the batting lineup for Blackhawk and the defense for Laurel Highlands when the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
NovaCare Rehabilitation is now in Masontown. Using a personalized plan of care and one-on-one sessions, NovaCare gives you an advantage in rehabilitation. Dr. Haley Cruiser and our professional staff are certified to use industry-leading treatments, including LVST Big Therapy for Parkinson's disease, which increases mobility, improves balance, and decreases time necessary to complete tasks. These services supplement NovaCare's exceptional orthopedic, concussion, and vestibular dysfunction resources. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call our new Masontown office on Route 21 McClellantown Road at 724-491-5220.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sproulesinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all.
You can go to Big Box Medical Office.
Now serving number 3943.
Or,
hi, come on in. How are you?
When you see doctors Paul Hartley and Mary Beth Riley, plus nurse practitioners Sarah Bozek, Jessica Reckart, and Stacy Morris, you get one-on-one personal professional health care serving the area for over 3 decades. If you're looking for a primary care doctor, call Doctors Hartley and Riley at 724-437-1109 or online at ppcp.org. Or
Serving number 3,940.
ready to start that spring project, that renovation, that addition? Are you struggling to find the right construction team that meets your needs? Are you looking for dedication, commitment, and quality? Well, then it's time to make the call to AK Contracting, voted last year's best home builder and best remodeler contractor in Fayette County. Owner Aaron Kryzak is ready to help you make your home renovation dreams a reality. Call AK Contracting today, 724-550-0411. Don't settle for OK. Call AK today.
Brian Rozak, Josh Scully back here at Landman Field at Laurel Highlands High School. Blackhawk to bat first here in the top half of the first inning. Here's Josh with our lineup.
Starting for the Blackhawk Cougars, batting leadoff, second base, Connor Welsh. Playing shortstop, Owen Keister. Playing in right field, Stephen Canali. And first base and batting cleanup, Logan Illich. Playing left field, Dylan Smith. Serving as the designated hitter for the Cougars, Carter Davis. Following him in the order, catcher Grant Lansbury. The center fielder will bat eighth, Cody Woodward, and batting ninth, the third baseman, number 22, Luca DiLeonardo.
Defensively for Laurel Highlands, Alexander Call in left, Connor D'Amico in center, Nick Flesher in right. Around the horn, Nick Crouch playing third, Noah Lyon playing short, Ethan Koffler playing second. Shane Layton playing first, Parker Hoff catching, and Devin Kravosky pitching. Enters the game with an 0-2 record, his seventh appearance. Has worked 29 2/3 innings, given up 41 hits, 34 runs, 28 of them earned, and struck out 34 while walking 28 so far this season. ERA 6.61, but a great opportunity here, Josh, for the Mustangs to go out on a high note here at home.
I think this is the sort of game they've been waiting for, Brian. They got a home game. The rain is holding off for us, so hopefully the Mustangs will continue to appeal to the baseball gods, unless, of course, they build up the big lead, then maybe bring on the rain after a certain point.
And both teams in the home whites today.
Yeah, absolutely. I noticed that, too. You really can't describe too much about the uniforms. Both teams have white on today.
So Connor Welsh will lead things off, the junior second baseman, batting 167 with 5 RBIs so far this season, facing the lefty Kravosky. Welsh batting from the right side, and Devin sent with the first pitch here at 5:05 on a Friday afternoon. And a little off-speed pitch. Welsh showing bunt. Fouls it off here on the near side.
We'll see if the Cougars don't try to manufacture a couple runs here, build themselves a lead that they can hold on to.
Game time temperature around 72 degrees. Has cooled off, though, Josh, over the last couple of hours with some of the rain showers moving in.
It has quite a bit. We have a nice breeze blowing at least periodically in from left field.
See if that affects any of the play at all here this afternoon. As Welsh looks down the third base line, getting some signs from his head coach, Lou Walber, who's in his 4th year as Blackhawks head coach. Brad Yohman in his 3rd year as the head coach of the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. So Devin looking in. Count 0-1. Another breaking ball from Kravosky. Missed low and outside. Evens up the count at 1-1. Devin started for Laurel Highlands against Uniontown on Monday, so pitching here, Josh, on 3 days rest.
At this age, Brian, maybe you can still do that. I know as you get older, that certainly sounds to be a difficult challenge.
1-1, hit off the inside of the bat, and a great diving catch there at second from Ethan Koffler for the first out of this top half of the first inning. Nice job there from Ethan.
Excellent job by Ethan. He stayed with that the whole way, got his glove out. Gloved that one down here in the top of the first.
Our live video stream today, courtesy of Dr. Paul Hartley and State Farm Agent Lauren Yohman. Appreciate their support and all of the support of our sponsors, both on the WMBS side and on the South Union Township Sports Network as well. Owen Keister now stepping in, the shortstop. Has really had a nice season, Josh, batting .410 with 8 RBIs. Keister, one of the seniors in the lineup for Blackhawk, and the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Got to be careful with him. He's got a lot of extra base power, 5 extra base hits this season.
Kravosky again out of the stretch. 1-0 pitch on the way, and this ball is chopped to third. There is Nick Crouch. Throw over to first in time to Shane Layton to retire Keister 5-3 for the second out of this top half of the first inning. And that'll bring up Stephen Canali, the right fielder for Blackhawk. Junior batting .256 with a homer and 5 RBIs so far this year.
Always a danger when you see just a couple players on this roster who have launched a home run this season, 2 down. Can't take this one lightly.
Now, we saw that with Uniontown on Tuesday against Laurel Highlands. She got a home run from catcher Hunter Smiley, who had yet to homer on the season. And the Red Raiders' bats came through in that big win over Laurel Highlands. Again, Uniontown's qualified for the postseason. They'll find out a week from today on May 10th, who they'll play in the first round of the playoffs. We'll try to bring you those games here on WMBS as well. Count 1-0 now to Canale. Fastball there, another grounder. This one will get through out of the reach of Ethan Koffler, the second baseman, in center field. And Connor D'Amico will send the relay in, and a 2-out single for Canale, and Blackhawk in business here in the top half of the first.
Good contact there. The Mustangs defense to that point had been as neat as you please. They nearly made that play too.
Yeah, nice hustle there from Ethan, just barely out of his reach. Now Connor Elich, the sophomore first baseman, coming to bat from the cleanup spot. 306 average, has driven in 6 runs so far this season. First pitch from Kravosky, low and in the dirt. Good block there from the catcher Parker Hoff. You can tell early on, Josh, this game a little bit of a looser feel than maybe a conference game would be.
And that might be what both teams want right now, too, on a Friday afternoon.
This game was originally scheduled for tomorrow at 1 o'clock, but due to the forecasted rain, as Kravosky just checking Canale there, the head first slide back safely into first. They decided to push it up a day, probably a good thing with it being the Laurel Highlands Senior Day, making sure they can get this game in.
I agree, especially with us having some more rain in the forecast this weekend. We thought we were out of monsoon season, maybe not quite yet.
No, actually looks like the next 7 or 8 days, at least a chance of rain in the forecast almost every day. Count 1-0. Kravosky will deliver this time, and a rip here into center field. On his horse is D'Amico, and it's going to be out of his range. As Connor backs up with a relay coming in, they're going to hold Canale over at third. In a second, when the stand-up double is Elich. So back-to-back hits for the Cougars here with 2 outs in the top of the first.
And, Brian, I think that's a really conservative approach from the Cougars. I thought for sure we had the green light coming around third base. And ultimately, this is a break for the Mustangs.
Especially with 2 outs here in the inning. And now you have the junior Dylan Smith coming to bat. But Smith has hit the ball well this season for the Cougars as well. Junior batting .333, has homered once, driven in 9 runs so far this year. So an opportunity here for Blackhawk, 2 in scoring position with 2 outs here in the top half of the first inning. Scoreless so far between Laurel Highlands and Blackhawk. Kravosky's first pitch here, low and in the dirt, 1-0 to Dylan Smith.
Need to give some credit to Elich where due, too. He's lefty versus lefty there, delivering the big hit.
Yeah, Blackhawks gotten a lot of production, especially out of the middle of their order. Look at Keister batting .410, Canale .256, Elich .306, Smith now at the plate .333 as Smith takes one here a little high. Count now moves to 2-0, and then Carter Davis behind him batting .317, and Lansbury batting .250. They've all been productive so far this season for Lou Olber's squad.
As it stands right now, Smith actually tied for third on this team in hits.
2-0 pitch, again just missing now. 3-0 here to Dylan Smith.
You do have a base open for him. Not that you want that, but if you would need to, the option is there.
Now Kravosky needing a strike. Glances back over towards Canale over at third. 3-0 pitch here. This one popped up down the first base line in foul territory, and the Mustangs unable to make a play on it. Closest to it was the second baseman, Ethan Koffler.
Good pitch there to get the count a little more friendly toward this pitcher. I do think maybe Smith is your target here, looking at the numbers for Carter Davis, who's due up. I don't know that you want him batting with the bases loaded, especially right now in a situation where you got 2 down already.
You wonder how long of a string there is on Kravosky as well today, just due to the fact that he pitched on Monday. I'm sure a lot's going to depend on how he's feeling as well. Another glance from Kravosky over at third towards Canale now. Time called there in the batter's box from Dylan Smith. Anymore, Josh, it seems like the high school and college games a little bit slower than the pro games anymore, as Kravosky finds the strike zone there to Smith with all of the new rules instituted over the last 2 years in Major League Baseball.
Major League Baseball has definitely sped up, and I think at this age level, both at high school and college, there's a lot more respect for the base runners, even though the Cougars don't have a lot of stolen bases on the season. We've already got a sense for that here.
3-2 pitch, fouled off as Smith stays alive. We'll do 3-2 here again. Rain still coming down lightly here at Landman Field on the campus of Laurel Highlands High School, but not enough to really impede the play. And with the fact that it's been pretty dry over the last week, I think the field can take a pretty good bit of rain here tonight as well. Another 3-2 pitch on the way, and that one a called strike 3 as Smith punched out to end the inning. So the Cougars strand 2, led at the bottom of the first scoreless. Blackhawk and Laurel Highlands here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car and drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy. Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sproulsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Moving down to the bottom of the first inning, Blackhawk coming to, check that, Laurel Highlands coming to bat, and Josh has the Mustang batting lineup.
Here is the batting lineup for the Mustangs this afternoon. Batting leadoff, the third baseman Nick Crouch. Batting second, the catcher Parker Hoff. Batting third, the pitcher Devin Kravosky. Batting cleanup, first baseman Shane Layton. Fifth, shortstop Noah Lyon. Sixth, right fielder Nick Flesher. In center, it's Connor D'Amico. And then Ethan Koffler at second, and rounding out the order, Xander Call in left.
Defensively for the Blackhawk Cougars, they'll have Dylan Smith in left, Cody Woodward in center, and Stephen Canale in right. In the first pitch here, high to Nick Crouch, 1-0. Luca DiLeonardo playing third, Owen Keister playing short, Connor Welsh, the second baseman, Connor Elich on first, Grant Lansbury catching, and Alex Pritchard the pitcher. And the 1-0 delivery low and in the dirt takes it to 2-0, and for Pritchard has only worked a handful of innings so far this year's fifth appearance, but has worked only 2 1/3. Has yet to yield a run, though. Has given up 4 hits, walked 4, and struck out 3. He's been efficient when he's been in, but delivers another ball here to Crouch high and inside to take the count 3-0 to the Mustang freshman.
Very friendly count to get things started. Right now, you just need a base runner.
Crouch batting .241, has driven in 4 runs so far this season. 3-0 here from Pritchard, right down the pipe for a strike, takes us to 3-1. The Mustangs have gotten good productivity out of Crouch, Parker Hoff, and Devin Kravosky at the top of their lineup, which has been that timely hitting. In fact, you go back to Tuesday against Uniontown, I think they had a base runner in every inning, just couldn't get some of those runs around. 3-1, chop foul there from Crouch, so now we're full of 3-2.
Crouch does have extra base power and a little bit of speed. He's got a stolen base on the season, so he is somebody who you really just want to see reach and get things started for the Mustangs here this afternoon.
The sky is starting to brighten a little bit. Let's look towards the west, which is a good sign here for the rest of this game here into the late afternoon, early evening hours at Laurel Highlands High School. 3-2 pitch now on the way. Fastball called strike 3, and down goes Nick Crouch. So Pritchard doing a good job to work his way back into the count. Record the first out of this bottom half of the first inning.
Difficult break there for the Mustangs. You would have loved to capitalize on that 3-0 count, but certainly with just one down, opportunities yet remain.
Parker Hoff, the junior catcher, now coming to bat, batting .361. 2 RBIs for Hoff so far this season. First pitch from Pritchard, breaking ball, and a called strike, 0-1.
Parker Hoff having a very nice season. Junior, certainly looking up to some of these senior players, knowing that that's going to be his role next year.
A solid football player as well for the Mustangs. Breaking ball there. Just missed, takes the count to 1-1. For Blackhawk, they have one more scheduled regular season game. That'll be Monday against Moon. Don't be surprised if they add another game or two with the playoffs not starting until the week of May 13th as Pritchard misses low there. Takes the count to 2-1.
So far, the Mustangs have seen plenty of misses in these first 2 at-bats, and that might be a good sign for them. Not a lot of experience on the books from this pitcher.
2-1 now on the way. Another breaking ball, and this ball popped up. It's going to go to the second baseman, Connor Welsh, who gets under it and makes the catch for the second out of the inning. No common opponents between these two schools. Blackhawk was scheduled to play a game at Bell Vernon back on April 19th. That game was postponed due to inclement weather. And now Devin Kravosky coming to bat. Senior pitcher batting .364, has driven in 9 runs so far this season for Laurel Highlands, batting from the left side. Pritchard's first pitch here to Kravosky. Called strike. Devin taking there. Counted 0-1.
Kravosky with the only triple for either team so far this season.
Love one here to give the Mustangs a base runner with 2 outs. And he'll swing here and pop it up in foul territory on the left side. Look out there in the parking lot, but no cars hit, thankfully.
May have given a scare to a few folks, I think.
I've learned to park way in the back now here at both Laurel Highlands when we do the games down at Bailey.
Better to take no chances.
No, I agree. I got dented up at Bailey a couple years ago. Learned my lesson. Fastball there from Pritchard. Missed a little low. Actually, did they call that a strike?
I think he
count's saying 1-2
there.
Were we at 0-2? Nonetheless, the count's 1-2. And Pritchard's 1-2, and Kravosky a little check swing foul. We remain at 1-2. Field in good shape, Josh. Looking nice out there.
It really is, especially for a little while pregame. We were getting some, maybe not heavy rain, but certainly some large rain drops. My goodness.
They've made a lot of improvements both here at Landman Field. We've obviously talked about the improvements to Bailey Park that Uniontown's had as well over the last couple of years. 1-2 pitch missing there. Takes us even to 2-2.
And that's really great to see in both places. Definitely something to be proud of, I think, for both schools.
Now Pritchard's 2-2 here to Devin Kravosky, and Devin a rip, and that'll get through here on the right side into right field. Stephen Canali with the relay in, and a 2-out single from Kravosky here in the bottom of the first. Give Laurel Highlands a base runner. You talk about field improvements. You were down at Hark in their Little League field the last couple of nights. How about the new turf down there?
Beautiful. Really, really impressive. I had actually not seen it until I had a chance to go down this week. And what a neat experience that was, and a great place for those young kids to start their baseball careers.
Now Shane Layton batting here for Laurel Highlands. Senior first baseman. Has an RBI so far this year for the Mustangs.
We'll see if the Mustangs are going to take an aggressive approach here. They've got a little speed on the bases now.
They actually have a courtesy runner in there for Kravosky. That's Jack Johns.
The sophomore. He's got his glove on, too. I think he might be on the move.
Now, we've been joking about those oven mitts. Really has become a new trend here over the last couple of years. Everybody's wearing them these days.
It has been. Even the Hart kids have those.
And now Pritchard out of the stretch. First pitch here to Shane Layton. And Layton, first pitch swinging, sends it high in the air to right center field. And it'll be the center fielder, Cody Woodward, able to make the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Mustangs leave Kravosky, or actually John stranded, running for Kravosky. Come up empty here in the bottom of the first. Go to the top of the second. Scoreless between Blackhawk and Laurel Highlands here in the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Introducing Target Safety Solutions Division, LLC. Because Ted Silva Body and Fender Repair is concerned about our local community, Target Safety Solutions was born. Located beside the Ted Silva Body Shop at 94 Atlas Road in Uniontown, Target Safety Solutions specializes in vehicle calibrations after a vehicle is involved in a collision. Target Safety Solutions can perform vehicle alignments, state inspections, minor mechanical repairs, including brakes and suspension work, as well as tire replacement. Their alignment machine can accommodate lowered vehicles, dually trucks, and box trucks. Vehicles are now made with many safety features in order to keep their occupants safe. That is the reason Target Safety Solutions originated. The new state-of-the-art facility is open from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. They are currently taking new customers and accepting commercial and fleet accounts as well. Nick Patricelli and Mike Thomas are ready to provide you with fast, friendly, professional service. Call Nick at Target Safety Solutions at 724-550-4403.
Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. Uniontown Detailing has moved to a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Stop by and check them out today. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
Welcome back to Laurel Highlands High School. Joshua Scully alongside Brian Morozak. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs playing host to the Blackhawk Cougars. And we've got a called strike here against Carter Davis, the designated hitter. for the Cougars, who brings some fine numbers to the proceedings. He's a .317 hitter on the season, has some extra base power, but thankfully the Mustangs in front of him now 0-2.
Hitter 6, 7, and 8 for Blackhawk here in the top of the second. Stranded 2 back in the top of the first.
Would really like to see them here, Brian, for the Mustangs process these guys quickly and build some momentum. Kravoski with the 0-2 pitch on its way. This one just going to miss.
Davis, Lansbury, and Woodward for Blackhawk here in the top of the second.
Of those three, Davis, some pretty strong numbers. Right-handed bat, facing the lefty, Kravoski. 1-2 on its way. This one's going to be chopped foul back toward the Cougars' dugout and then down the left field line. And, Brian, I really want to agree with you. At first, I thought maybe it was wishful thinking, but you had mentioned we've got some sun over here, and we do have some clouds even parting.
Yes, it's brightening up. I always try to stay positive.
We'll see a 1-2 again. This one's going to be fouled back. Good cut there by Davis, thankfully for the Mustangs. He comes up empty. He wanted to hit that one back out to the street. Kravoski now still in the driver's seat. The Mustangs, of course, were successful in stranding a couple of runners in the top of the first. This one is going to be check swing foul. So staying alive here will be Carter Davis. We had mentioned that Davis does genuinely have some extra base power. He's one of 3 Cougars with a home run this season. He's also got a double. He's driven in 10 RBIs. More than any other player for this Blackhawk team. And the pitch on its way. This one's going to be just high. Tough call there, Brian. So far, we've seen the Mustangs benefit from the close calls. That one, not so much. Kravoski sends the next pitch on its way. This one's going to be popped up, and it looks to be playable, and it's going to be given the glove by Koffler over top of second base, so 1 down.
You mentioned all the distinguished alumni at Blackhawk over the years. Of course, one of the best baseball players they've had is Brendan McKay. He actually set a Pennsylvania school record with 72 1/3 consecutive scoreless innings when he played just over 10 years ago for Blackhawk. Recorded 130 strikeouts during that period. Ended up playing for the University of Louisville, and I think he's in the Tampa Bay Rays system right now.
They've certainly produced a tremendous number of athletes from that school.
Sean Miller, of course.
And in multiple sports,
yes,
too. It's not just a baseball phenomenon for them. They have strong basketball.
Dante Calabria.
Football programs. Really impressive. At the plate now is the catcher, Grant Lansbury. Lansbury, a .250 hitter. And certainly the Mustangs, now that they've reached the bottom of this Cougar order, would like to process a couple of these hitters quickly here in the top of the second. The pitch, that one's going to miss outside.
Of course, Laurel Highlands, no shortage of distinguished alumni either. Of course, Terry Mulholland, maybe one of the more famous baseball players to come out of Laurel Highlands. You talk about alumni in general. We actually had Gene Steratore, Laurel Highlands grad, on the air with us between 1 and 2 on WMBS today.
This one going to be ground to short. This is Noah Lyon with the throw to first, and they get Lansbury with time to spare. Gene Steratore, what a great, I would almost call him ambassador for the city of Uniontown.
I agree.
Every time I see him on the television, if I'm with anyone else who might be unfamiliar, I say, this guy right here, he's from Uniontown, and they're deferring to him to tell them what's happening.
Had a great career as both a basketball and football official. Actually was an official in the Super Bowl about 6 or 7 years ago. Now a rules analyst for CBS.
Cody Woodward comes up swinging, and he pops this one up. Looks playable, and it's going to be given the glove by Koffler, and that'll do it indeed. It is a quick inning. We'll be back here with the bottom of the second inning on 590 WMBS.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
I'm Bill Martin, and along with my partner Trip Radcliffe and Rob Harper, are attorneys at Radcliffe Martin Law. Our primary focus at Radcliffe Martin Law is representing people hurt in accidents.
However, we handle workers' compensation claims, estate planning, real estate matters, and class actions. Radcliffe Martin Law is your hometown firm that offers conveniences not possible with Pittsburgh firms and provides better service than those firms. Radcliffe Martin Law, your local injury attorneys. 724-439-3930.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Welcome back to Laurel Highlands High School. Joshua Scully alongside Brian Morozak here for Senior Day for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. We recognized the seniors pregame in a very nice ceremony. The rain held off for the most part. Now we're ready for the bottom of the second inning. And for the Mustangs, we're going to see Noah Lyon, who does have a home run to his credit this season. And we'll see if he can't get us started here against the Cougars. The Mustangs did have a hit in the first. We'll see if they can build upon that success here in the bottom of the second. Lyon steps in. He's a right-handed bat. First pitch is on its way. It's going to be a called strike. We had mentioned, of course, earlier in the broadcast that the pitcher today for the Cougars, Alex Pritchard, is not someone who's had a lot of experience so far from the mound this season. Although he's not hesitated to throw strikes today. There's his second one, 0-2 now against Noah Lyon. So not a lot of tape on him, so to speak, Brian, but you wouldn't know that by watching. He's been very efficient so far.
It's been a busy game week as well for Blackhawk. They had conference games Monday and Tuesday against Beaver and actually lost to Mohawk 14-4 yesterday. So when you're playing your fourth game in 5 days, sometimes you're a little bit short on the pitching.
Noah Lyon will take a ball there, 1-2.
They had a split with Beaver Monday and Tuesday. Their win on Monday actually clinched a playoff spot for them.
This one is chopped right back to Pritchard, who comes up throwing after giving that one the glove, and he gets Lyon in time at first base. One down here for the Mustangs in the bottom of the second inning. Now we'll see the right fielder, Nick Flesher. Flesher will step in. He's a right-handed bat. So far on the season, a .222 hitter. And with one down, the Mustangs will get to work here in the bottom of the second inning. First pitch is going to be a called strike. Pritchard has not hesitated to get out in front of some of these Mustang hitters. He's ahead again now, 0-1.
He's throwing strikes. The Mustangs are swinging the bats, too.
Indeed, they have. Flesher's going to swing here and foul this one backward, but he does fall behind, 0-2. The Mustangs have certainly shown some ability on the base paths. If they can get a couple of hits here, they do have more stolen bases on the season as a team than Blackhawk does. And all they need is to get that base runner. This one is going to be fouled back, so the count will stay 0-2. And Pritchard is working very quickly. We mentioned earlier, too, Brian, that sometimes in high school and college baseball, the game moves at that, what we might call, traditional pace. But Pritchard has certainly not done any of that here. He takes what appears to be the first sign and winds and throws. Here it is. This one chopped to third. The throw onto first base is in time, and that will be out number 2, 5-3 on the ground out.
Yeah, I had a story this morning. The average pace of a major league game this year is 2 hours and 36 minutes. I would not be surprised if the pace of the average WPIAL game, which is 7 innings instead of 9, actually might be a longer time period than that 236 this year.
I wouldn't be surprised either, truly, especially when you factor in the time that can be taken with some of the pitching changes.
Correct.
You do have some long high school games. 2 down now, and we've got an 0-1 count on a foul tip. Connor D'Amico, the center fielder, batting now for the Mustangs. The Mustangs with 2 outs, and Blackhawk right now is going to have a 1-1 count on D'Amico. That pitch from Pritchard down low and outside.
And Pritchard not wasting much time, gets up there, looks for the sign, and he's set to go again.
He pitches very quickly, working really fast here. This one's going to be swung through. Of course, maybe some of these young men, Brian, motivated by it's a Friday night.
Yes, maybe they have some plans later on, especially for Blackhawk. You got probably about an hour and 45-minute bus ride home.
Oh, yeah, all the way up past Beaver Falls. 1-2 pitch on its way. This one in the dirt. Nice block there by Lansbury. took a weird hop off the dirt, and Lansbury was on top of it. 2-2 count now. Pritchard going to wind up. 2-2's on its way. This one is lifted skyward. That one might have touched the clouds. Will it get down? It will not. The center fielder for Blackhawk, Cody Woodward, will stay with it and make the catch. We've played two here at Laurel Highlands High School. No score on 590 AM WMBS.
For over 45 years, Davis & Davis Law Firm has stood by the great people of Fayette County, turning their legal battles into victories. If you're hurt or injured, don't wait. It's time to call on the experience you can trust. Call 724-437-2799 today for your free consultation, and one of our 6 attorneys will personally meet you and make sure you get the maximum amount of money that you deserve. The Davis & Davis Law Firm. You won't pay us anything until we win your case. Call 724-437-2799 for your free consultation.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill in Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and Save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Welcome back to 590 AM WMBS, C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night here on a Friday night. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs, the Blackhawk Cougars in the batter's box now. Luca DiLeonardo, the third baseman for the Cougars. Right-handed bat, he falls behind 0-1. And, Brian, we have to say this, too, for a young man pitching on very short rest, as you pointed out. So far, so good for the starting pitcher for the Mustangs, Devin Kravoski.
Yeah, pitch count low so far. Let's see if we can keep it going.
This one in the dirt, and we'll go 1-1. The Cougars, of course, will be wrapping around to the top of their order following DiLeonardo's plate appearance here. And with a 1-1 count, DiLeonardo, of course, may have in his mind just getting on to base any way possible ahead of some of the Cougars' strong hitters. This one also misses, 2-1.
And 2 hits so far for Blackhawk, one from Stephen Canale, a single back in the first inning, and Connor Elich followed with a double. We talked about the time. We were surprised Canale stayed at third, and then you had Dylan Smith come up. He struck out to end the inning, so the Cougars unable to get a run around.
This one is smashed into the ground. Up with it, Noah Lyon. Lyon's going to throw, and applying the tag nicely there is Shane Layton. The throw brought Layton off the bag, but Layton did not hesitate to swing the glove around and apply the tag to DiLeonardo, 1 down.
Yeah, it wasn't routine, but the Mustangs still getting that out recorded. Good job there from Layton over at first. We saw a couple of wide throws from Lyon on Monday here when the Mustangs opened up their series with Uniontown, but a good job over at first again from Layton to record the first out here in the top half of the third inning.
We're back to Connor Welsh, the junior, right-handed bat, going through this Cougar lineup the second time here in the top of the third. First pitch of the at-bat in its way and in the dirt, 1-0. Welsh, a 167 hitter coming into this game, does have a double to his credit to go along with 5 RBIs. First time through, he grounded out. And right now the Mustangs have not only played some good defense behind Kravoski, but have also benefited from some strong pitching from him. He's gone after some of these Blackhawk hitters, and there's a bunt attempt gone awry. That one gets away foul.
Of course, Devin's been a big part of some Laurel Highlands seasons over the last couple of years where they had some deep playoff runs. In fact, he picked up a save in the Mustangs' first ever state playoff win a couple of years ago up in Erie. Mustangs celebrated by going to the beach after the game in mid-May.
That sounds like a good plan.
Yes.
Strike called here. Kravoski, of course, the left-handed pitcher. He's faced a lot of righties. Has not seemed to affect him very much. He has processed some of these batters very quickly. Will continue to do so, hopefully, the second time through for the Mustangs. This one's smacked off the base. Foul ball. Welsh staying alive there.
Also been a big contributor on the Laurel Highlands football team as well, a lineman for the Laurel Highlands football program. Not too many times you see a lineman also pitching, but certainly been that for Devin Kravosky over the last couple of years.
And he swings the bat,
yes,
too.
Swings the bat well, too, yep.
Here's the pitch from Kravosky. This one fouled back. Big cut there by Welsh. He wanted that one, could not quite get it.
Our game also on the South Union Township Sports Network here tonight. Courtesy there of the Sprouse Insurance Group and Agent David Hughes, United Bank, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, Smith Lewis Chess CPAs, SWGI, now U.S. Digestive Health, the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute, and physical therapist Jim Burns, and South Union Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott.
Kravosky trying to end this at bat, fires one across the plate. He's going to get a pop-up here, and calling everybody off and covering a long distance. Ethan Koffler makes that play in right field at the foul line. What an effort by Koffler.
Yeah, great hustle there. Koffler was, in fact, the leading scorer on the Laurel Highlands basketball team this past winter. Another good multi-sport athlete for the Mustangs, making a good play there at second base for the second out of this top half of the third inning.
And this is where Kravosky will certainly want to bear down, facing Owen Keister, a fellow senior. Keister, .410 hitter as of first pitch. And we know, of course, just looking at these numbers, he's dangerous. He did ground out earlier, but he's got 16 hits on the season, leads the team in that category, also leads the Cougars in extra base hits. This one is going to be fouled back, out of play. I think maybe at first a couple of players on the Mustang side hoped that ball would hang around and maybe drop into Layton's glove, but that one's out of play.
Winds died down as well. The flag draped right along the pole out there in right field.
I think it's fair to say, Brian, as long as our listeners keep this game on,
yes,
we're going to maintain some beautiful weather for them, too. This one's going to be hitting to right field, but the right fielder is not going to have to move. He makes the catch right there, and Nick Flesher pulls that one down. That's going to do it. Owen Keister does not look very pleased, but thank you again for checking us out here on 590 AM. We've got the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and the Blackhawk Cougars on a C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night. When we come back, it'll be the bottom of the third inning.
Are you managing diabetes and need supplies? Peachin Pharmacy can help you. They understand the importance of quality diabetic care. The pharmacy offers a wide range of supplies, all tailored to meet your needs and your budget. Plus, they can deliver your supplies and prescriptions to you. Trust your local pharmacy for all your diabetic needs and to help you. Visit Peachin Pharmacy in downtown Connellsville or call 724-626-9600. Peachin Pharmacy, your partner in diabetic care.
Peachin Pharmacy, your local pharmacy.
Ready to start that spring project? That renovation? That addition? Are you struggling to find the right construction team that meets your needs? Are you looking for dedication, commitment, and quality? Well, then it's time to make the call to AK Contracting. Voted last year's best home builder and best remodeler contractor in Fayette County. Owner Aaron Kryzak is ready to help you make your home renovation dreams a reality. Call AK Contracting today, 724-550-0411. Don't settle for OK. Call AK today.
Spring forward to home construction season with First Federal of Greene County. First Federal's construction and improvement loans put you in charge of your dream home project with all of the tools you need. First Federal offers construction loans, owner-builder loans, and home improvement loans. With offices in Fayette, Greene, and Washington counties, your loan stays here. Visit a First Federal loan officer today or apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729.
We've got a C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night here at the Laurel Highlands High School. Joshua Scully alongside Brian Morozak for you tonight. We've reached the bottom of the third inning, and pitching for the Cougars remains Alex Pritchard, and he's working now against Ethan Koffler. Koffler has really shown off the leather at second base tonight for the Mustangs. Some, I dare even say, Gold Glove-esque work. And he makes it look so easy, Brian. We know it's not.
He's factored into 4 outs already defensively.
He's got a 1-2 count right now. He's looking to get something going for the Mustangs here. Bottom of the third inning, no score. So far, the Cougars have surrendered just 1 hit. Pritchard giving up that single in the first inning. This one's going to miss way outside. Diving stop there made by the Cougars catcher, Lansbury, who's done a nice job behind the dish tonight for the Cougars. Pritchard looking to get maybe this at bat back under his control, and indeed he will. He's going to strike out Koffler here with a fastball right down the middle, and that's going to be 1 out. for the Mustangs here in the bottom of the third. We're going to see Xander Call for the first time tonight, and then the Mustangs will wrap their order back around to the top. Call, one of our seniors, being recognized tonight. Left-handed bat. We'll see if the Mustangs can't work against this righty from the left-handed side of the plate. First pitch is going to be in for a strike. So far, Brian, I think we've mentioned multiple times maybe some concerns about the weather, concerns about the speed of the game. I think the baseball gods are playing a little trick
it's
on
been
us
nice.
here. It's been beautiful and a very, very quick game.
Yeah, we're not moving or changing anything right now. It's going well the way it is. We're going to keep things rolling. This Call fouled off that one on the left side.
Call gives somebody a souvenir. We have some spectators across that left field line. Here's the pitch. That one's going to miss outside. Call maybe thinking about it, but laying off of that one. Good eye.
They make you throw them back, though, in the high school game.
That's right. They do, unfortunately. Some children chasing that one down. Maybe they're about to learn that lesson. And here's Call. That one is going to go foul. Xander Call, had he kept that one fair, would have had a real chance, I think, of beating that one down to first. I don't know, Brian, where you fall on the old belief about lefties having that slightly shorter trip down to first base. They do.
It's a step or two, makes a difference.
Call was out of the box there very quickly. Here's Pritchard with the windup and the delivery. This one's in the dirt.
I think it was Ethan. Mention it was Ethan Koffler on Monday when the Mustangs were bunting the first time through the order, and Ethan always bats righty, but he lined up to bunt lefty for that very same reason, because he'd be a little bit closer to that first base bag.
It adds up. Here's the 2-2 from Pritchard on its way. That one's upstairs. Call's going to leave it there. And right now the Mustangs, truth be told, will take a base runner any way they can get one. If Call is able to draw a walk here, I'm sure that's going to be just fine. And the pitch from Pritchard on its way. This one fouled back sharply. Call, good cut there. He wanted that one. Count will remain full.
The Call's just had a handful at bats so far this season. They've used a DH for him a lot to trying to take advantage of an opportunity now at the plate.
Call, of course, one of our seniors on this Mustang team. And as this game unfolds, Brian, every inning that passes, that much closer to ending the home career for these players. So you want to leave your mark. This is your chance, a memory that you're going to hold on to forever. Here's the full count pitch from Pritchard way upstairs. And Call's going to leave that one in the attic and make his way down to first base. So the Mustangs do indeed get a base runner.
Only their second so far of the game. The other was Kravosky back in the first inning when he singled. So we'll see if Laurel Highlands can take advantage now with one out here in the bottom of the third. Game still scoreless with the top of the order coming up at Nick Crouch.
Crouch was a strikeout victim first time through, but he's going to get to bat here with one down and a runner on first base. Pritchard going to check on that runner because quite possibly Call thinking about moving his way on to second, and they're going to throw over. And Brian, someone's going to have a very busy dry cleaning day, I suspect, here with all these white uniforms.
I agree on both sides, staying busy. I wonder if Blackhawk maybe wore the whites today. We mentioned their busy week because they probably had the darks on yesterday. Might not have had those uniforms cleaned in time.
Pritchard way up again, so this is 1-0 against Crouch. Crouch, a freshman, came into this one hitting .241. He's got a handful of RBIs to his credit, one extra base hit. We'd love to see another one right here with Call certainly appearing to be on the move. Pretty good lead for him off of first. Here's the pitch. Crouch going to offer it this one 1-1, and Call will trot back and touch first. Call probably a third of the way to second base as he watched Crouch swing at that one. Pritchard going to take a peek over here at first base, and now he'll come set, take his sign, one more look over at third. And here's the pitch. And Crouch going to show bunt. It's a good one. And Lansbury's going to charge up and get Crouch at first. But that will indeed advance Call to second. So a runner in scoring position now for the Mustangs.
He had Call running there right at the pitch as well. So no problem at all for Xander to get down to second. Now he's in scoring position with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third inning. Game still scoreless, but Parker Hoff coming to the plate. We mentioned Hoff's success so far this season, batting .361. Good opportunity now with Call in scoring position to score the game's first run.
Some very strong offensive numbers for Hoff this season, certainly. And with a runner in scoring position and a chance to put his Mustangs in front. Here's the pitch from Pritchard. Pritchard has been upstairs quite often, and even here, he's going to get a signal from Lansbury, his battery mate, to lower these pitches because he's been upstairs virtually this entire inning. 1-0. He'll check the runner. And the pitch. Hoff going to bounce this one to short. And it's going to be a tough play. Throw goes across to first, and they'll get him in time. Actually making that play was DiLeonardo stepping over from third. But that's going to do it for the Mustangs here in the third inning. They do draw the walk and get a runner in scoring position, but unfortunately not able to get him around. You're listening to 590 AM WMBS on a C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night. Laurel Highlands and Blackhawk will continue in the fourth inning when we come back here in just a moment.
The C. Harper Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive C. Harper Service Valets. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car and drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
NovaCare Rehabilitation is now in Masontown. Using a personalized plan of care and one-on-one sessions, NovaCare gives you an advantage in rehabilitation. Dr. Haley Cruiser and our professional staff are certified to use industry-leading treatments, including LVST Big Therapy for Parkinson's disease, which increases mobility, improves balance, and decreases time necessary to complete tasks. These services supplement NovaCare's exceptional orthopedic, concussion, and vestibular dysfunction resources. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call our new Masontown office on Route 21 McClellantown Road at 724-491-5220.
Welcome to Allstate, where saving on your auto insurance is kind of like a joyride. You, your car, and an open road. Maybe your best friend, too. The music is chill, and so is the traffic. Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands at Allstate.
In Uniontown, call Allstate agent Russ Flaho at 724-439-9700 or stop in Russ's office on Lebanon Avenue.
Allstate and affiliates offer products and services subject to availability, terms, and conditions.
Welcome back to 590 AM WMBS on a C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night. We've got a beautiful, what is becoming at least, a beautiful Friday evening here in the city of Uniontown. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs playing host to the Blackhawk Cougars, and certainly this has been a blessing in that the skies have turned sunny and the clouds have moved off largely to the east, and we're ready for the fourth inning of play. Stephen Canali stepping in, the right fielder for the Cougars, and the potential trouble spot here, Brian, for the Mustangs. This is the part of the lineup that drew some success for the Cougars the first time through.
Yeah, Canali got a single to center field first time up, and then Connor Elich followed with a double, but fortunately for Laurel Highlands, they did not yield any runs in that top half of the first inning.
First pitch is a ball to Canali, and so now he's ahead 1-0.
You're discussing the weather and even the positives we had, Josh. The little rain we had actually cooled things off and made it for a more pleasant evening.
I agree. I certainly think so, too. And I see all the umbrellas with maybe one exception our way. So I don't think even the fear of rain exists now. 2-0. Another ball thrown there by Kravoski. 2-0 pitch on its way. This one in for a called strike. Canali has hardly moved in the right-handed batter's box. He's looked at a couple of these very closely, but not moved the bat. He doesn't move the bat there either. 2-1. Kravoski will come set. Here's the pitch. That one is in 2 for a strike. So now Canali, who's again not moving, has got a 2-2 count. Nobody out, of course, here. Top of the fourth inning in a very quickly progressing game, to say the very least, between the Mustangs and Cougars.
Blackhawk getting their bullpen going a little bit with Aiden Gill loosening up down the third baseline.
That one will just miss outside. And the sign here given by the home plate umpire for a full count. 3-2, and I wonder if the Cougars may have been a little bit worried. Pritchard was not quite as focused with some of his pitches in the previous inning as he had been. Canali will finally offer it one, and he fouls this one back.
Also, Pritchard's thrown more innings here today than he had coming into the game. It only worked 2 1/3 coming into the game today. He's already worked through 3 innings here against Laurel Highlands. You kind of wonder if his endurance and stamina is even built up to go much longer in this game.
And that's a really good point, too, Brian. Here's the full count. This one is going to be hit foul toward the bullpen.
That's why they had that little protector over there all the time.
Yeah, he did a good job, actually made the catch for the Cougars. But I do think Pritchard, who had been very efficient and very honed in, dealing a lot of strikes there early in the game, started to lose some of that focus and was getting a little wild. I could see the Cougars catcher Lansbury was maybe becoming a bit anxious about that too. Now this ball is well struck by Canale, but it's going to go into right, and it's playable and caught there by the Mustangs. Very nice work coming over to make that catch, Nick Flesher, and that'll be an out. Stephen Canale not able to terrorize the Mustangs this time, and he is out with that fly ball. Now we'll see the first baseman, Logan Elich. Elich, of course, with the double. And Brian, how important has that turned out to be when they held Canale at third base?
Yeah, we were surprised, especially in a non-conference game like this. You had 2 outs in the first inning. I thought they'd be a little more aggressive in that situation and try to send him around.
And Kravosky's actually going to step off the rubber here. Time called, I think, by Elich. He wanted to step out. Elich is a left-handed bat, and so you would think the advantage is in the corner of the left-handed pitcher here. Here is that pitch on its way, and it's going to miss just inside. 1-0.
Talked about some of the history between these two schools. Get back to 2007, Laurel Highlands, a number 2 seed, had a first-round playoff bye. Blackhawk had to play a first-round playoff game and ended up facing the Mustangs in the quarterfinal round.
That one high inside. Chases Elich a little bit off the plate, 2-0.
Blackhawk ended up defeating Laurel Highlands 6-3. The game was played at Gateway High School. J.C. Myers started that game for Laurel Highlands, and Ethan Mildren came on in relief. That was Ethan's freshman year, and of course Tom Landman was the head coach of the Mustangs during the 07 season.
That one's in for a strike, 2-1. Coach Landman, his reputation, legacy speak for themselves. We'll see if Kravosky cannot get this plate appearance back to his liking. 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. This one is going to be hit into right field. Will be cut off there, so I think Elich will only get one, and indeed he does only get one. Nice job there by Flesher to get over and make the play and get the ball back into the infield quickly. But that is a single for the Cougars. That's their first base runner for a little while, Brian.
Yeah, first base runner since Elich back in the first inning, so he's now 2 for 2, their third hit of the afternoon, and Elich on first now with 1 out here in the top half of the 4th inning. Game still scoreless between Blackhawk and Laurel Highlands.
And we'll see Smith stepping in. This is Dylan Smith, the left fielder, a strikeout victim his first time through. He does have some pop so far on the season, a handful of extra base hits, including a long ball. Here's the first pitch to him in the dirt, and it's going to get away from the backstop, and that's going to allow Elich to advance to second base.
The other recent meeting between these two schools back in 2021, a PIAA play-in game played over at Ross Memorial Park at Washington and Jefferson. Again, Blackhawk victorious over Laurel Highlands by a score of 3-2. The game would go down as the final game coached here at Laurel Highlands by Scott DeBerry. Scott actually was not there that day. Mike Smith was the interim head coach. Unfortunately, Coach DeBerry passed away about 6 weeks later, and we all still miss him up here as far as the Laurel Highlands community. Did a great job really getting this Laurel Highlands program to the next level. If you look at what they accomplished from 2017 through 2021, and I think a lot of folks around here certainly miss Debo to this day.
I think so too, and I think the fact that many of these players, and this ball is going to be chopped, playable to third, and the throw over is going to get Smith.
Wow, close.
What a play to stay with that one for the Mustangs. Their third baseman, Crouch, waiting for that ball to come to him, probably thinking it was going to go foul.
I did too, yep.
And he scoops it up, does not hesitate, fires a dart over to Layton, and gets Smith by a step. But I think that's a very good point, Brian, and a lot of these seniors sort of grew up with that probably.
Yeah, they were freshmen, and actually Kravosky, one of them, that was a freshman on that team that saw significant playing time during the last year that Coach DeBerry was here.
And getting the next at-bat started with a strike. We'll see at the plate now, Carter Davis, the designated hitter.
And unfortunately, that happened real quick. I mean, Coach DeBerry was around, during that whole spring, and remember him mentioning to me, I'm just not feeling that great this day. I've been having some health issues, didn't really know what was going on, and unfortunately, things progressed in a negative fashion throughout the spring of 2021 for him.
Laurel Highlands has really benefited over, I would say, the last 2 decades. Certainly, in my experience, sort of paying attention to the news, even as a child, turning on the radio, picking up the Herald Standard, some great baseball coaches here at the school.
And they might have had their best team in 2020 when COVID came in and they didn't even have a 2020 spring. I think that group might have had an opportunity to, make a run to a state title game. They were that loaded in 2020.
This pitch is in the dirt. They're going to chase back Elich. to second base. Right now, the Cougars have 2 outs and a runner in scoring position with a 1-2 count against Carter Davis. Davis, again, the designated hitter. He does have some strong offensive numbers on the season, a statistical leader, or among them at least, in several categories for these Cougars. Here is the next pitch. That one just going to miss, and again, we'll see Elich get chased back by Parker Hoff. Hoff coming up ready to throw down to third. 2-2 is now the count. Really wanted to see a strike call on that previous pitch. It certainly just missed, kind of dropping down through the zone as it broke across the plate. Now Kravoski going to take his time. He'll check the runner. Elich, conservative lead off his second. Here's the pitch. This one grounded hard, and it's going to get back up the middle right over top of the keystone. This time the Cougars will give the green light at third, and Elich is going to score to put the Cougars in front 1-0. That's going to go down as an RBI single for Davis. A good piece of hitting there by him.
His 11th RBI of the year, putting Blackhawk on top of Laurel Highlands now 1-0 here in the top half of the 4th inning.
So we're into the bottom portion of this lineup for the Cougars now. This is where Laurel Highlands had a lot of success the first time through, and this is going to be Grant Lansbury, the Blackhawk catcher, stepping in, right-handed bat. He'll bat with a runner on first base. The Cougars in front now, 1-0, 2 down, and the pitch on its way, skips across the plate. A little bit of a lead here for the Cougars.
Davis has some good size. Didn't really realize it behind home plate until he's lined up right in front of us.
He does.
Only a sophomore, too.
He takes a couple steps again off of first. That pitch is going to miss. And so right now, Lansbury with a friendly count. Runner on first, 2 down in this Friday night matchup between the Mustangs and the Cougars on what's shaping up to be a beautiful Friday evening. That one upstairs, Lansbury wants no part of it.
By the way, our final regular season high school baseball broadcast come your way Monday from Bailey Park, Connellsville at Uniontown as the Red Raiders prep for the WPIAL playoffs. Connellsville also clinched a playoff spot earlier on this week with a win over Peters Township.
Kravoski with the pitch. That one's in for a strike. He needed that one to sort of will his way back into this at-bat. Certainly the Mustangs still okay here, trailing just 1-0.
It's good we can get some of these Fayette County schools to play against one another. We mentioned Laurel Highlands playing Brownsville on Monday, and Uniontown will actually play at Brownsville next Friday.
That one's in for a strike as well, and I like that, Brian. I think virtually everybody does. Because of the classifications, you don't always get that. And I know you could make the argument, well, it might not be a fair matchup because this school is that size and this school is this size.
It's just fun to see the local teams play.
It's fun to see the local kids. These are the kids who grew up playing together, yeah.
And you end up getting more people out of the games, too. A little check over here.
Oh, yeah, we see that in virtually every sport. Football, basketball, baseball, across the table. It doesn't matter. It could be track and field, cross country. When the local schools get together, the people do come out. Chance here for Kravoski to get this one under control. Lansbury's going to hit one.
Wow.
Just past short. And that one's going to land in left center. We'll see if Davis has the green light. And no, again, the Cougars being very conservative. I think, Brian, the Cougars could be leading this game 3-0.
They could, with more aggressive base running. You calling that a hit or an error there?
I think that one probably goes in the book as an error.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
That's fine. I'll put the E6 down, too. You're going to have a courtesy runner here for the catcher as Lansbury will check out. And you'll get on to run there, number 6. That's Jake Shealy. It's Sheasley over there, 6 for Blackhawk running.
I believe you're right. He's listed at center field. Runners on the corners now for the Cougars, 2 down. So the courtesy runner, of course, certainly appropriate for the Cougars catcher. And we'll see now if Cody Woodward can keep this going for Blackhawk. Kravoski will check on the backside runner, and now they want him. He takes off for second. The throw down is going to nearly get away, but that will allow Davis to sneak home from third. And so another run will score on that minor miscue. That ball just skipping away. They really wanted the tag there, and now, of course, Blackhawk leads 2-0.
That's good aggressive base running. I think they're initially sending Sheasley, the courtesy runner, down there to second because then you draw the throw and allow Davis an opportunity to go home. Even if that throw doesn't go into center field, I think there's a good chance Davis ends up scoring on the play.
Davis working his way around after, of course, the base hit, then making use of a couple of miscues and coming around to score. Here's the pitch to Woodward.
That's a rip.
And that one is trouble because it's down in the left field corner. 1 run scores. Woodward is going to hold it, put the brakes on at second base. That's a double. And now the Cougars finding some success here in the top of the 4th inning.
And their dugout very energetic down there. The ole ole soccer chants going on from Blackhawk after their last couple of hits. They've now had 6 men at the plate, and DiLeonardo will be number 7 here in the top half of the 4th inning. They played at 3 runs.
Scary part about this for the Mustangs, DiLeonardo is the bottom of the order, so if you can't get him, even though you got 2 down, you are back to the top, and you're just a couple of batters away from Owen Keister, who the numbers for him certainly tell a story.
It's kind of similar to what we saw of Laurel Highlands on Monday against Uniontown. Solid in the early innings. In fact, they led the Red Raiders twice in that game, 1-0 and 3-2. They kind of got into these middle and late innings, and Uniontown was able to put together some big innings and really pull away and end up winning 14-3 here on Monday.
Woodward taking a lead off of second, a 1-0 count right now on DiLeonardo. He takes a big cut at this one. I think he
was late.
Wanted to send that one to Gallatin Avenue. And he misses. 1-1. The Mustangs here just needing 1 more out to get out of this inning and start the comeback. This pitch will skip to the catcher, and taking off for third is Woodward, and I think they've got him. No.
Oh, wow. Just got underneath that tag. It was close.
The call is going to be safe. Good job by Woodward. I agree. I think he just got under it. Throw was certainly in time. And now the Cougars with a runner on third base.
We saw some long home runs down at Bailey on Tuesday. Have you seen any into the lake at Lake Hutchinson yet this year?
Not yet. We've had a couple close. The poor geese, they certainly are terrorized by anything that gets close. They become very uncomfortable. We've had a couple on the walking path just behind the field there who are checking out the lake.
Yes. Always got to stay alert. Got to stay alert.
You have to. Some of those young men can really hit the baseball. This one's upstairs and drawing a walk is DiLeonardo.
I tell the geese the same thing when I play golf. You got to stay alert when I'm on the tee. Never know when you're going to spray one out there. So now the Welsh, top of the order for Blackhawk, the 8th Cougar to bat here in the top half of the 4th inning. Again, 3 runs already across for Blackhawk, and they have runners on the corners as the Mustangs are trying to get out of this inning.
It would be really nice to see the Mustangs put their foot down here. If you get the out here, you cut off this inning before Keister. You hate to see him come to the plate with some RBI material out there for him. We're going to check on the base runner here. DiLeonardo will come right back. He had a very modest lead. And the Mustangs will want to be careful that they do not end up in the same situation they were with Davis on third base when he came home on the backside of the play to second. Here's the pitch from Kravoski. This one's going to miss just upside and in, just a bit up.
Don't be surprised we see some activity in the Laurel Highlands bullpen as well for the later innings. Of course, that's down the right field line, so we're going to have a very good view of it from our broadcast location.
Kravoski will check on both runners. Now he wants to throw to first. Throws over to Layton. Runner back with time to spare. DiLeonardo taking just a few steps off the bag, being pretty careful here. He knows he's got Kravoski's attention, especially given that Kravoski is a lefty looking right at him. Here's the pitch. This one big cut through, no contact, and it'll go down as a strike against Connor Welsh. The Mustangs could certainly keep this situation manageable. 1-2 count. Kravoski will want to bear down here, and now the Cougars are going to take a moment. We'll see Welsh step out and get a new signal from the third base coach. Now he steps back in. Right-handed bat ready to go. Kravoski checking both runners. And now he's going to throw over to Layton again. DiLeonardo comes back. Runners on first and third for the Cougars. The Cougars putting a couple of runs here across the plate in the top of the 4th in what had otherwise been a quiet game. Kravoski checking on DiLeonardo again. Maybe Kravoski not wanting to see any Cougar build up too much of a lead off of first base, given that the Mustangs ultimately surrendered a run on a steal attempt down to second. And here's Welsh taking a big cut here, missing once again to even the count at 2. So now Kravoski just 1 strike away from getting out of this. and a manageable situation for the Mustangs at 2-2 with 2 down. And DiLeonardo falls over, and the throw over to Layton is not in time, but they're going to throw home, and I do believe on the backside of that play they're going to make the out. Yes, they will. Woodward trying to come home. What a odd situation.
It was.
DiLeonardo falls down onto the dirt, still managed to wiggle his way back to first base. Ultimately, they get Woodward as he tries to come home on the backside of that play. You're listening to the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night here on 590 AM WMBS. We'll be right back with the bottom of the 4th inning.
Go to 40 Uniontown and trade me in. John Clinton with Dominic Carbone from your 7-time President Award-winning 40 Uniontown. Dom, you know we had our best used car month ever. How do we keep that rolling into the spring?
Well, John, we have over 70 vehicles online and ready to roll. Cars, trucks, SUVs, we got them. Most are Blue Advantage certified with factory warranty. Just stop, click, or call for more details. Hey, John, is Ford still offering 1.9% for 72 months on 23 F-150s?
Dom, in fact, they are. So for the remainder of the month, we're taking up to $7,000 off MSRP or up to $5,000 off and 1.9% financing for 72 months. And listen to this. We have a ton of 2024 F-150s hitting the lot, so we're making moves. Let's take up to $5,000 off MSRP, or how about this? 4.49% APR for 60 months.
Looking for a new SUV? Well, you are in luck. We have a great selection in stock and price to move, so don't miss out.
Your car knows, shouldn't you? That's 40 Uniontown, on the hill across from Applebee's, or 40uniontown.com. Sale excludes Tremor and Raptor. Price includes all factory incentives. Must finance with Ford Motor Credit, and not all buyers will qualify.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
The Laurel Highlands Mustangs get the bottom of the 4th started well. Devin Kravoski comes up, helps his own cause by picking up a single into center field. Welcome back. You're listening to the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night here. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs and the Blackhawk Cougars. Joshua Scully alongside Brian Morozak here at Laurel Highlands High School. Senior day for the Mustangs. Final home day of the season. And the Mustangs find themselves trailing now 3-0 after the Cougars were good for 3 in the top of this frame. But right now the Mustangs have nobody down and a runner on first and an 0-1 count following Kravoski's single against Sean Layton.
And for Kravoski, his second hit of the afternoon as well. In fact, he has the only 2 Mustang hits. Xander Call, the only other Mustang base runner. Now we'll see if Shane Layton can advance Kravoski here a little bit.
Certainly plenty of baseball left. Layton going to swing through this one, though, and he falls behind in the count now, 0-2.
Mustangs.
I'm sorry.
I was going to mention the Mustangs down 3-0 after Blackhawk played at 3 runs in that top half of the 4th.
The Mustangs, though, plenty of baseball left. Bottom of 4th inning. Nobody down here, so the Mustangs kept that situation manageable. Could have been a little bit worse. The Cougars left a runner stranded, and that last out was made at home. They're going to check on Kravoski, and he's back in time.
Hayden Gill still loosening up down the third base line for Blackhawk. He's a lefty.
Blackhawk continuing to roll here with Pritchard, who was a bit wild in the last inning, but he's going to strike out Layton, and that is going to be 1 down ahead of Noah Lyon.
And Lyon, who was so productive last year, you just kind of think, Josh, at some point this year his bat's going to come around. I was looking back at some of the stats last year, was batting around 400 as a freshman and just has not been able to stay as productive for whatever reason this spring. But hopefully kind of getting into the Legion season as the weather warms up. Hopefully his bat will warm up too.
Would love to see Lyon deliver a big hit here and maybe create some space ahead of his own position on base. He's team leader in stolen bases. He's got Kravoski on first right now, of course, but that ball is going to miss outside. Maybe if Lyon really gets a hold of one, he does have some pop. If he can get one into the outfield, get Kravoski moving, he might create some operation room for himself. Kravoski taking a relatively good lead off of first base. This pitch is in the dirt, and Lansbury dives down to save it. That one nearly got away.
Don't be surprised if we see Shane Layton actually come in to pitch later on this afternoon as well. He's actually loosening up now for the Mustangs after that last strikeout down the first base line.
Right now, Noah Lyon with a friendly count. Pritchard going to check on Kravoski. Now he'll come set. And the righty will take his time here. Usually very quick. Now he wants to step off. Maybe he heard us talking about him and wants to slow down his pace. He's going to step back on here after checking on Kravoski. Kravoski seems to be making him a little bit anxious. He keeps looking over. Now he'll come set again. And here's the pitch to Lyon, and this one is upstairs. That's something we saw a lot from Pritchard in the previous inning, where he had been very efficient to start this game, attacking the zone, getting ahead quite often, 0-2 on these Mustang hitters. He really began to throw more pitches in the last inning. And here right now, he's behind 3-0. Here is that 3-0 pitch. Lyon wanted that one, fouls it back. He had the green light. Kravoski will trot back to first base. The Mustangs looking to get a win here on senior day. And so far, some good production from these Mustang seniors, both in the field and at the plate. Kravoski representing himself very well here today. They're going to check on him. He's back with time to spare. That poor white uniform he's got on is really getting tested here over the last few seconds. He's had to dive back to first base now about 4 times in the last, minute and a half.
Probably the last time they have to wear those, though, this year. If they're playing at Brownsville on Monday, and that's the final game, they'll have the away blues on then.
Full count now against Noah Lyon. That pitch in for a called strike. Lyon, a right-handed bat. Very quick on his feet. Of course, also had a nice football season here for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs in the fall. Pritchard again wants to throw over to first. And we've got something of a game of catch here between Pritchard and Elich, the first baseman for the Cougars. Pritchard now with the full count offering. Lyon's going to smash this one right to third. This could be a double play ball. They're going to have the out at second, and indeed, they will have the out at first as well. Good turn there by the Cougars. We've played 4 here on 590 AM WMBS at Laurel Highlands High School. Your score, Blackhawk 3, the Laurel Highlands Mustangs nothing on a C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night. When we come back, it'll be inning number 5.
The C. Harper Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive C. Harper Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Accidents can happen at any time. At Stewart Collision Service in Uniontown, we are here to repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition. Have dents? Stewart Collision Service does paintless dent repair. So give us a call at 724-437-9381 or stop by 73 East Fayette Street for all your collision needs. We work with all insurances. Stewart Collision supports our local high school sports team and wish you the best this season. That's Stewart Collision Service, 73 East Fayette Street in Uniontown, 724-437-9381.
Spring forward to home construction season with First Federal of Greene County. First Federal's construction and improvement loans put you in charge of your dream home project with all the tools you need. First Federal offers construction loans, owner-builder loans, and home improvement loans. With offices in Fayette, Greene, and Washington counties, your loan stays here. Visit a First Federal loan officer today or apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729.
Top of the order up for the Blackhawk Cougars to start this top half of the 5th inning. Connor Welsh, Owen Keister, and Stephen Canali. It was Welsh was actually at the plate, Josh, when Blackhawk had Cody Woodward thrown out at home to end that top half of the 4th inning.
And that was a nice break for the Mustangs. The Cougars had scored off the same trick, if you will, earlier in the inning. That time the Mustangs were able to get the runner who was heading home from third. Right now, the Mustangs, I think, going to look to limit any further damage, keep this a manageable score at 3-0.
The Mustangs making at least one defensive change. Look at Andrew Gallick now playing second base for Laurel Highlands. Being senior day, you'll see some lineup shifts from time to time. And the first pitch swinging there from Welsh, line drive down the left field line, just going foul.
Xander Call gave that one a good chase, just a few steps away, actually, for making the play out there for the Mustangs.
And actually, both of the outs that Welsh hit into were right at second base, made by Ethan Koffler, who was playing second base earlier. We'll have to look around and see if Koffler is still in the field somewhere on the Laurel Highlands side.
Koffler had done a really nice job for the Mustangs, especially in the first couple of innings, and I do think Koffler is at short. I could stand to be corrected on that, but I think that's where he is right now.
Next pitch from Kravosky, just outside there to Welsh, even if the count at 1-1, and you're right, Koffler now playing short. So the question is Noah Lyons still in the game? He could actually be a Mustang you could see come into pitch. I think he would still be eligible, even though he started Tuesday against Uniontown. Would still be able to come back today and throw a couple of innings based on what he threw against the Red Raiders on Tuesday. 1-1 pitch misses high and inside. Takes us to 2-1. We'll see if the Mustangs make any other changes. And again, we saw Layton, who's playing first, warm up for the Mustangs, pitching in between innings. And now Kravosky stepping out. Count 2-1. Blackhawk leading Laurel Highlands 3-0. Brian Morozak with Josh Scully here today. Sarah Camp behind the camera. Nick Barczyk back inside our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. Nice to have you all with us for our Friday late afternoon and the early evening of high school baseball. And that one hit off the end of the bat, foul down the third baseline. Takes the count to 2-2. Again, our final high school baseball regular season broadcast comes your way on Monday. We'll have it for you on the WMBS Facebook page. Connellsville at Uniontown. 7 o'clock start, on the air around 6:45 with our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show.
Hard to believe, Brian, it's already May, a couple of days
Yes.
into May. School year winding down.
You have to like that as a teacher? Any big summer plans?
I've got a lot of big plans, Brian. I just got to get there.
Yes. Next pitch on the way, high and inside. Takes us full to 3-2. Has to be fun having those summers off all the time.
It is.
You've been staying busy. It's like your third or fourth straight day on the air doing games this week.
Yeah.
And you do a lot you do a lot over Penn State, Fayette as well.
Yep, their season just came to a conclusion a couple weeks ago. We had a lot of fun out there this year, too, softball and baseball.
Pitch a little low there to Welsh. So he walks. He's on base for the first time with nobody out here in the top half of the fifth inning. They really have an early end to the spring softball and baseball season. I mean, they're wrapping up in late April.
Yes, they're trying to play often regular season games in February, which is very tough.
Especially around here.
Imagine, yes. The rain. We've been really blessed over the last few days. We've had a beautiful week, all told.
Now at the plate, Owen Keister. Keister taking the first pitch for a strike, 0-1. I actually think we might have had a warmer February at times, even into March, than we had in April as far as maybe playable baseball weather. Of course, we had all that precipitation during the first couple of weeks of April this year, which made things tough to get games in. Runner going here. They're going to have a little rundown situation, but a high throw will allow Welsh to get into second base safely in another situation there, Josh, where the Mustangs should have recorded an out defensively.
Well, a nice break for the Mustangs at the very end of that play. Andrew Golick getting up and getting his glove on that ball and not letting it skip into center. And if that had happened, I suspect we probably see that runner on the move to third. That's not what the Mustangs want right now. Second base is certainly enough trouble.
The count's 0-1 to Owen Keister. He's due for a hit. Again, came in with a .410 average, but 0 for 2 today. And that pitch from Kravosky is low. Evens up the count now at 1-1.
Keister has an on-base percentage this season north of 500, so he's somebody that's going to find his way on base, whether it be through the walk, the hit, maybe even hit by the occasional pitch. We've not seen that yet today.
The senior shortstop just has that confident look about him when he's in the batter's box. You can tell he's a player.
Yes.
Now, Kravosky will throw back, and on the bag there is Welsh.
But I think for any of the Mustang faithful listening, Brian, we'll wait to see his display of ability maybe against another team and not with a runner in scoring position. This is a little bit of a scary situation in a game you want to keep close.
1-1 pitch on the way. This ball chopped, and a good glove there from the Mustang third baseman, Nick Crouch. Actually did a nice job as well to look Welsh back to the second base bag before making the throw over to Layton to retire Keister. 5-3 for the first out of this top half of the fifth inning.
And I think that's really important, Brian, because Crouch comes up with that ball and knows all day the Cougars have been looking to move on the backside of the play. They watch where the throw goes, and they want to move away from the throw. Crouch stares the runner back to second, makes the throw across, still gets Keister in plenty of time.
That's a heady play for a kid who's only a freshman out there as well on the Laurel Highlands side, as Stephen Canale now comes to the plate. Canale 1 for 2 today. First pitch swinging. It was low and in the dirt. Canale came up empty. Count 0-1.
Canale, of course, we had hoped still could be pivotal moment coming around there the third base when he was held in the first inning.
Have a couple of freshmen in that infield now for Laurel Highlands as well. Gallick, also a freshman, playing second base. seeing some of the future of this Laurel Highlands team, and a called strike there on the delivery from Kravosky to Canale. Takes the count now to 0-2.
You'd love to see the Mustangs bring this inning to a quick end, maybe get some offense going. Still a lot of baseball here. Only in the 5th inning. You don't have the threat of any severe weather. Certainly right now we've got ourselves a very nice evening.
0-2, and that ball on a line and hopping in front of Nick Flesher, the right fielder. And again, they're going to hold the runner Welsh at third. Had a nice relay come in that time from Flesher, but a hit from Canale, his second of the afternoon, makes him 2 for 3 today. Now you have Connor Elich coming to the plate with runners on the corners and 1 out. And Elich 2 for 2 today with a run scored.
Elich has definitely been a little bit of a problem for the Mustangs, but if you're going to put your foot down and retire him for the first time, this is the time to do it. It would be a really good time to do it with a strikeout.
We saw Blackhawk in the bottom of the 4th with a double play. Mustangs will love to do that in the top half of the 5th.
Get out of some trouble here for your pitcher, who's all told done a pretty nice job for you.
Watch for Canale to be aggressive here over at first. And Kravosky knows that and throws over on the near side. Of course, Kravosky working from that stretch position as a lefty. Clean look over the first base bag.
Layton's done a nice job, too, giving himself good position. We saw that even early when a throw brought him off the bag from short. He still got the tag down. Really good awareness.
Breaking ball in there for a strike. Actually, did they make a number change there, or they got a new hitter in there? Because that's number 11, a lefty at bat there for Blackhawk. Elich was listed as 13 on my roster. Unless something changed in there on the Cougars side.
I am not seeing an 11 on their roster. I do think this is potentially still Elich.
Okay.
Elich was a left-handed bat. This young man was a lefty. I think maybe we just have a uniform change we were not told about.
Count 0-2. Kravosky another throw over to first.
Canale being pretty careful with this lead. I'm sure he's looking to do what the Cougars have been doing all afternoon, but he's being smart about it.
He's pitching on the way a breaking ball. This ball popped up in the infield. You get the infield fly rule here as well as Gallick makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Now Dylan Smith coming to the plate. Smith 0 for 2 today. Junior left fielder came into the game with a .333 average, homered once and driven in 9 runs so far this year.
The Mustangs just need this one out. You make this out, get your bats going in the bottom of the 5th, and you can still turn it into anybody's game over the last 2 innings.
Smith, the 5th Cougar to bat here in the top half of the 5th inning. Kravosky's first pitch here to Smith, and Smith a little chopper going foul on the left side. Takes the count to 0-1. And Blackhawk entered play today 6-9 overall, 4-6 in conference play. But again, they're back in the WPIAL playoffs for the 2024 season. Last year won a first-round game over Thomas Jefferson before they were eliminated by Indiana in the second round. Indiana actually knocked off Laurel Highlands in the first round of the playoffs last year, so you could have had a Laurel Highlands Blackhawk quarterfinal round game last year as well if the Mustangs would have gotten by the Little Indians up at Greater Latrobe last season.
Pretty strong sport programs at Indiana more often than not, too.
They've had some good runs. Their girls basketball team this year had a very solid season, making the state playoffs. Actually played before one of the Laurel Highlands girls games we did up at Highlands during the postseason against McKee Sports. Count 0-2, 2 outs as we work here in the top half of the 5th. Blackhawk runners on the corners. They plated 3 in the 4th, looking for a run here in the 5th. Mustangs trying to stay in this game on Senior Day at Landman Field as Kravosky steps out.
Kravosky keeping his eye on these runners, but right now you're 1 strike away from getting out of this situation.
Runner going here, Kravosky eyeing back towards third, and again I think this was certainly done on purpose, trying to create a situation where Blackhawk can run in another run, but the Mustangs not fooled at all as they take Canale back to the first base bag and apply the tag to end the inning, and no additional damage done. So we'll go to the bottom half of the 5th, still Blackhawk 3, Laurel Highlands nothing here on the C. Arparada Group High School Sports Night.
Are you managing diabetes and need supplies? Peachin Pharmacy can help you. They understand the importance of quality diabetic care. The pharmacy offers a wide range of supplies, all tailored to meet your needs and your budget. Plus, they can deliver your supplies and prescriptions to you. Trust your local pharmacy for all your diabetic needs and to help you. Visit Peachin Pharmacy in downtown Connellsville or call 724-626-9600. Peachin Pharmacy, your partner in diabetic care.
Peachin Pharmacy, your local pharmacy.
Amador Transit, locally owned and operated by the Scott family, have been helping students travel to school safely in the Fayette County area for more than 4 years. Amador Transit is a proud sponsor of Laurel Highlands High School sports and wishes all the area teams good luck. For more information about Amador Transit, call them 724-439-3164, 724-439-3164, or stop by their office at 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valets. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car and drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Casey Sports Cafe, located at 243 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown and owned by the Vernon family, wants you to know they have new evening hours. And those new hours are 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday and 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. on the weekends. Come to Casey Sports Cafe and check out their new menu ideas and entrees. Casey's can also cater your next event. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Casey's is the place to eat. Call 724-550-4126.
Aiden Wingard leading off this bottom half of the fifth for Laurel Highlands, batting in place of Nick Flesher. Fouled off the first pitch down the left field line, taking the count to 0-1.
Wingard so far this season, just about 10 at-bats. Got a hit in those 10 at-bats and an opportunity to get something going here and get us on the comeback trail.
0-1 pitch on the way to Wingard. Missed low and outside. Evens up the count at 1-1. Connor D'Amico due up next, followed by Ethan Koffler. If the Mustangs don't mix up their lineup. Again, senior day for the Mustangs here today. And that one a swing and a miss from Wingard. Takes the count to 1-2. Seniors Ethan Koffler, Shane Layton, Alexander Call, and Devin Kravosky honored before the start of the game. Mustangs looking to go out here at home on a high note, but they trail 3-0. The bottom half of the fifth, and Wingard staying alive, fouling off the 1-2.
You have to wonder how long the Cougars, and now we have several Cougars converging on the mound.
Vaden Gill loosening up for the third time in this game. Now down the third baseline.
Yep.
Have to think at some point we'll see him on the mound this evening.
I think Pritchard has been out there a little longer than any of us could have guessed.
Yeah, we mentioned coming in
Yeah.
and only worked 2 1/3 innings all year. But Blackhawk playing their fourth game in 5 days. Have used him from the start, and we're now getting a little bit deeper into this game in the bottom half of the fifth inning. But he's pitched well. Actually, he has not yielded a run all season for the Blackhawk Cougars. Count now 2-2 here from Pritchard to Wingard. And a 2-2 pitch on the way, high and inside, takes us to 3-2.
That's a pretty impressive mark, of course, Brian, but certainly one the Mustangs would love to break up about right now.
See if Wingard can get on base. Count full at 3-2. Now Wingard steps out. If he can draw a walk in this situation, give the Mustangs a base runner. They got Devin Kravosky aboard to start the bottom half of the fourth and hitting that double play to end the inning. And coming back here, Pritchard with a nice fastball swing and a miss from Wingard. So he goes down. And for Pritchard so far in this game, he's now struck out 4 for Blackhawk. And we have one away here in the bottom half of the fifth with Connor D'Amico coming to the plate. D'Amico 0 for 1 today. Flew out to Cody Woodward in center field first time up and fouls this one off the inside of the bat to take the count to 0-1. Sky's darkening again a little bit. Not sure if just due to the fact that it's a little bit after 6:30 or due to the fact that we might have another set of showers possibly moving in. We'll hope for the sooner rather than the latter.
Game moved very quickly early. Hopefully that'll work to our favor.
Swing and a miss there from D'Amico. He's now behind 0-2.
D'Amico does have a couple of extra base hits on the season. We'd love to see one of those now. Put somebody in scoring position right out of the batter's box.
0-2 on the way, and that ball low in the dirt takes us to 1-2. And the Mustangs will wrap up their season at Redstone Field on Monday against Brownsville. That'll be a 4 o'clock start. Coming back with a fastball and another strikeout is Pritchard. So back-to-back strikeouts of Wingard and D'Amico here in the bottom half of the 5th. And now Ethan Koffler coming to the plate. Josh actually went down to Redstone Field last week, ran some internet and audio tests down there, and actually no way we could be able to stream from that field, just where it's at. Lack of cell reception and available broadband is pretty much non-existent. And you guys had some issues, I think, with football up there.
We did
this
one
year
time.
with Uniontown, Brownsville. Certainly a tough spot to try to broadcast from, and hopefully, as we see some more infrastructure improvements in Fayette County, we'll get some more cell service and better Ethernet service out in that area.
That's a historic facility.
Yes. 2-0 pitch, high and in sight. Now 3-0 to Ethan Koffler. And the baseball field actually in the lower area before you go up the hill to go to the football complex. Actually, a really nice facility for baseball. And I think they probably have less available broadband there than even do at the football complex, just due to the fact it kind of sits in a little bit of a black hole. 3-1 pitch in there for a strike. Now 3-2 from Pritchard to Koffler as Blackhawk looks for the final out of this bottom half of the 5th inning.
I think Koffler wanted the ball 4 called there. He'd taken a few steps down the line. Was a surprise strike call.
Now Pritchard looking to strike out the side, and Koffler stays alive, fouling it off. And for Pritchard coming in, you really couldn't have asked for more.
No.
Coming through with 4 2/3 of scoreless work from a kid that worked less than 3 innings coming in.
And he's been efficient. He's kept that pitch count down, especially across the first couple innings. And as you said, Brian, he's still striking people out, so he's still got some zip on the ball.
And he's a senior as well. It's a good way to end his career, but he does walk Koffler here with a fastball high and in sight to give the Mustangs a base runner. And if you know you can get solid innings out of him, you never know come postseason time, you might need a late inning situation where you need somebody to kind of shut somebody down. If it ends up being a tough game or a back-to-back situation, you never know after a quarterfinal and a semifinal. It's good to know you have a kid like this available on your roster.
Yeah, absolutely. Someone who's been playing for you, obviously, multiple seasons. Somebody who his teammates can get behind. I think it looks like just some of the camaraderie on that team, all good indicators for Blackhawk moving forward.
Alexander Call at the plate. The lefty with 2 outs, showing bunt, but pulling back. Count 1-0. And you have good speed over at first with Ethan Koffler. We have 2 outs here in the inning, so a bunt situation obviously pretty risky.
We'll see what they do with Koffler. He's going to take a generous lead for himself, and he looks like he's going to be on the move.
1-0 pitch, and swinging there is Call, fouling it off. Evens up the count at 1-1.
Koffler and Lyon, the stolen base leaders for the Mustangs this season, coming into this one, both with 4 steals. The Mustangs overall, though, a little more aggressive than the Cougars on the base paths this year. You wouldn't know that, though, because the Cougars have been trying to capitalize on that all night.
Count 1-1. And again, Call showing bunt, pulls back, pitch missed. Count moves to 2-1. Koffler back on the first base bag. Certainly be a surprise if Call would lay down a bunt here with 2 outs here in the inning. Now the 2-1 pitch on the way, and Call fouls that one off, evens up the count at 2-2. We've seen the Mustangs be aggressive in those situations earlier this year as well. In fact, they even attempted a bunt with 2 strikes on them on Monday against Uniontown.
Well,
that's really rolling the dice.
That really is. You'd love to see Call truly deliver here.
Yes.
Senior could be his last at bat.
I think he'll be swinging here, 2-2. Koffler over at first. Pritchard out of the stretch. Pitch on the way, a fastball, and a called strike 3. So Xander Call goes down 3 strikeouts here in the inning for Pritchard. And if that's it for him for the game, it's certainly been a solid 5 innings as Blackhawk leads Laurel Highlands 3-0 after 5. We're back with the 6th in just a moment here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Ready to start that spring project? That renovation? That addition? Are you struggling to find the right construction team that meets your needs? Are you looking for dedication, commitment, and quality? Well, then it's time to make the call to AK Contracting, voted last year's best home builder and best remodeler contractor in Fayette County. Owner Aaron Kryzak is ready to help you make your home renovation dreams a reality. Call AK Contracting today, 724-550-0411. Don't settle for OK. Call AK today. pizza, beer, atmosphere. It's all at Mom Maruka's Pizza, located on Barton Mill Road in Uniontown. Mom Maruka's is your prime spot to enjoy local high school sports. Family owned and operated, the Sampson family carries on the tradition of homemade pizza, salads, wings, and the best Italian hoagie and homemade bruschetta in town. Mom Maruka's is open Monday through Saturday from 4 to 10 for indoor and outdoor dining and takeout. Don't forget Mom's catering services for your next party or gathering. Call 724-438-9066 or visit MomMarukaPizza.com for their menu and live music schedule.
Hi, I'm Russ Blejo. As your local Allstate agent, providing protection that fits your life is something I take, well, personally. I'm committed to learning about your needs and personalizing protection to meet them. From bundling your auto, home, and life insurance with ease to evaluating optional coverage based on your protection needs. I can build an insurance proposal that fits your life. Are you in good hands? Contact me, Russ Blejo, for a free quote.
Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Savings vary.
Welcome back to Laurel Highlands High School here on 590 AM WMBS. We've got a C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night, the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and the Blackhawk Cougars. Joshua Scully alongside Brian Morozak here. We're heading into inning number 6. The Mustangs are going to make a switch and send in Shane Layton to do the pitching here. He's got a 9.45 ERA. He's 0-1 on the season. He's making his 6th appearance. And the former pitcher, or the previous pitcher, I should say, for the Mustangs, Devin Kravoski, is going to switch places with Shane Layton, and Devin Kravoski will move to first, and Layton is going to take over the pitching duties here.
Layton saw some relief work on Monday against Uniontown as well, so he has second appearance on the mound this week. You have some numbers on, you mentioned his ERA. Any other stats that pop out to you as far as his pitching so far this season? It's like he's worked, 6 2/3 innings so far this year for the Mustangs, so not a lot of activity so far this season.
Struck out 5 batters in those 6 2/3. He's issued a couple of walks, surrendered 9 runs in those 6 2/3 innings. He's going to pick up where the previous inning left off with Dylan Smith, who was at the plate when the last out was made in the 5th inning. Layton, right-handed pitcher, will take his time here, take his sign, and deliver a strike right down the middle. Dylan Smith is 0 for 2 so far. He was facing a 2-2 count when the out to end the previous at-bat for the Cougars was made away from home plate. Here's Layton's 0-1 offering. This one is going to be launched into the sky, and it'll be easily caught about 1 step into right field by the new second baseman, Andrew Golick, who came on for the Mustangs in the previous inning. So 1 down here quickly.
Second base has seen a lot of action tonight on the Laurel Highlands defensive side.
A lot of action tonight.
I think you had Layton, you had Koffler record about 5 outs defensively. Golick made the out on Elich in the 5th and now makes the out on Smith here to start the 6th.
Carter Davis will step in. He had a pretty nice hit for these Cougars last time through.
RBI single and scored a run during that last at-bat. Only a sophomore, batting .317, has homered once and now driven in 11 so far this year.
1 for 2 overall tonight, working against Layton. Layton's pitch is going to be fouled back, and that's going to put Davis behind 0-2. Shane Layton did a really nice job for the Mustangs at first base. I'm sure Kravoski will as well. But Layton saw a lot of action at first. Some very close calls thrown over to him where he got that glove out. Snagged the ball, made the nice tag when a throw brought him off the base. Here's Layton's 0-2 offering and swinging through. And Layton gets the punch out against Carter Davis. So 2 down quickly here for the Mustangs. Layton not playing around here in the 6th inning.
Nice when you come on and get a couple of quick outs. And the Mustangs still have 6 outs to work with on the other side as well. And all the top of the order due up to start the bottom half of the 6th.
Grant Lansbury going to step in. He's the Cougars' catcher. He's done a nice job behind the dish for the Cougars. Layton's first offering to him. Good-looking pitch, but it's going to miss just off the mark. And definitely, Brian, I agree. The Mustangs have plenty of opportunities. And truth be told, the Cougars may be kicking themselves. They should be leading this game by more. I agree. Leading this game by more.
Had some situations. You had guys on third. We were surprised they didn't send them home when you had balls still in the outfield.
Layton's going to fall behind Lansbury here, 2-0. Lansbury reached on an error at least as Brian and I had scored it in his previous plate appearance. Layton sends this one right down the middle for a strike, 2-1. Lansbury grounded out his first time through.
Layton, another Mustang, playing his final game here at home.
Here's the windup from Layton and the delivery. And this is a check swing.
Any appeal?
They will. And down the line here, almost into right field. The umpire in the field will say that Lansbury was okay. We'll see if Layton can't get him here. 3-1 pitch. Like to see a playable ball for this infield. This one's going to miss outside, and they're going to put Lansbury on first base with the walk. The Mustangs infield has been overall very strong. They've been tested often tonight, and they're going to get a courtesy runner out here for Lansbury with 2 down. Of course, he's going to go put his catching equipment back on.
And Cheesley again to run. He ran earlier for Lansbury.
He'll come and take over that spot on first base. And we'll see stepping in Cody Woodward. Woodward's the center fielder for the Cougars. And we're going to go right to checking on the runner here at first. Layton tossing it over to Kravoski. Runner back in time.
Woodward doubled last time up.
Woodward had a really nice hit. That was the one that sort of got all the way back into the left field corner. Here's the pitch. Woodward wanted that same hit. Came up empty with the big swing. He's going to fall behind now. 0-1.
I just heard a sure sign that summer's on the way, Josh, in the distance. The sound of the ice cream truck.
That is a very sure sign. I like that. Surprised the ice cream truck didn't stop by here,
I heard it going up the road, and it might stop. Might make some good money here at the game today.
Throw down to second base.
He's
It's
out.
going to get him. What a throw from home by Parker Hoff for the punch out at second base. And a nice inning of work by Shane Layton to put a big 0 up on the board and keep the Cougars at just 3 runs. You're listening to the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night here on 590 AM WMBS. It's Blackhawk 3, Laurel Highlands nothing. When we come back, the bottom of the 6th inning is upon us.
Are you managing diabetes and need supplies? Peach & Pharmacy can help you. They understand the importance of quality diabetic care. The pharmacy offers a wide range of supplies, all tailored to meet your needs and your budget. Plus, they can deliver your supplies and prescriptions to you. Trust your local pharmacy for all your diabetic needs and to help you. Visit Peach & Pharmacy in downtown Connellsville or call 724-626-9600. Peach & Pharmacy, your partner in diabetic care.
Peach & Pharmacy, your local pharmacy.
Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown, family-owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's.
Attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt at Watson Mundorf LLP wish the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and all of our local teams the best of luck this year. Watson Mundorf is a premier regional law firm whose experience and expertise empower it to not only be an advocate for its clients, but also provide them with exceptional service to exceed expectations. With offices in Uniontown and Connellsville, they are local and here to serve you. Call 724-626-8882 for attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt.
Welcome back to Laurel Highlands High School here on 590 AM WMBS. We have a C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night. Laurel Highlands and Blackhawk baseball.
Got hit in the head.
And hopefully everybody is going to be okay. The very first pitch of the inning has hit the batter.
That was Brody Kutchman batting for Nick Crouch.
And hopefully he's okay. He certainly appears to be okay.
We're going to check him out. That was a pretty good ring. And they might just pull him here just to make sure everything's good. He says he's all right. He has a smile on his face. That's a good sign. But that had to at least rattle him a little bit there, Josh, because we heard that pretty good from up here.
Absolutely. I think everybody was a little shocked. Everyone on the field certainly stopped immediately. Now we're going to see Nick Crouch actually step back in for him. It was
correct.
going to be Crouch. And now Crouch is going to take the spot at first base.
Parker Hoff at the plate. Parker due for a hit at 0 for 2 today. Came in with a 361 average.
Parker Hoff had the great throw down to second base to retire the Cougars in the top half of this inning. Here's the first pitch to Hoff. That's in for a strike. The Cougars staying faithful so far to Alex Pritchard, who at this point you need to wonder, are they going to let him try to go the distance? Because now he's working into the 6th inning. Although the Mustangs do have a runner on first base and are only down by 3. A little bit of offense here will go a long way. They're going to check on Crouch. Crouch back easily.
And again, if you're just joining us, for Pritchard, his 5th appearance of the season, but it worked 2 1/3 innings total coming into this game.
And he struck out 3 batters last
Correct,
inning.
yes.
So he's not shown a whole lot of fatigue here. He'll offer to Hoff. This one's upstairs. Now the snap throw down to first. Back with time to spare is Crouch. This could be the inning for the Mustangs. They're going to start off here, the top of the 6th, with a hit batsman. And that batsman has been replaced by Nick Crouch. Crouch is at first base, giving himself a lead.
In the game-tying run in the on-deck circle right now. Always trying to stay positive.
This pitch is going to miss outside, so right now it's a friendly count to Hoff as well.
Yes. Yeah, you've seen a lot of activity from Aiden Gill warming up for Blackhawk about 3 times so far in this game. You have to think he's probably going to be the logical choice if they do relieve Pritchard at some point.
This one going to be outside. Hoff staying away from that one.
Count out 3-1.
Crouch does have a stolen base on the season. The Mustangs with several players who've got at least one. So you know many of these players can move. Here's the pitch, and that one is also going to miss. And now Hoff will draw the walk, and all of a sudden the Mustangs are in business with Devin Kravosky, who started this game for the Mustangs and is right now at first base.
That might be it for Pritchard.
That might be. The Blackhawk Cougars are going to corral around him at the mound, and the ball has been taken away. But, hey, what else could you want? You're the Cougars. We'll step aside here, Brian, for a moment as we change pitchers here on 590 AM WMBS. We'll be right back.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Spring forward to home construction season with First Federal of Greene County. First Federal's construction and improvement loans put you in charge of your dream home project with all of the tools you need. First Federal offers construction loans, owner-builder loans, and home improvement loans. With offices in Fayette, Greene, and Washington counties, your loan stays here. Visit a First Federal loan officer today or apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458.
Bruceton Chiropractic Studio is the new chiropractic office in town. Located inside Spin Unlimited, just behind the Texas Roadhouse, Dr. Stephen Lint and Dr. Brooke Sova are well-versed in the latest chiropractic and soft tissue techniques to help you get out of pain and functioning at your best. Call 724-912-6505 or go online at www.brucetonwellness.com for more information or to schedule your appointment.
Welcome back to Laurel Highlands High School on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night. Friday night baseball, the Blackhawk Cougars and the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Joshua Scully here alongside Brian Morozak. We've got a pitching change for the Cougars. They will be sending Dylan Smith to the mound. Smith will be making his 7th appearance. He is 3-0 on the season with a 3.41 ERA. He's worked 26 2/3 innings, surrendering just 29 hits and striking out 33 batters in 26-plus innings of work, and he'll face Kravosky with runners on first and second and no one down. The Starting pitcher tonight for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, Devin Kravosky, left-handed bat, will step in here to face Smith.
Well, throwback, look out there as it gets in a shallow center field with the Mustangs. Nick Crouch just going to stay on the bag here with nobody out, but certainly a big position in this game facing Smith, who has obviously seen a lot more time this year on the mound than Alex Pritchard.
And he's got some very impressive numbers, too. Those strikeout numbers alone, impressive. 33 strikeouts and 26 2/3 innings. Here's the pitch to Kravosky. That one's in for a strike.
Finn Conlon is now playing second base for Blackhawk. They made some changes, and I believe we now have out in left field Connor Welsh. Smith was originally playing left field.
This one's going to miss, and I believe you're correct, Brian. That is Welsh out and left. So several changes for the Cougars as they look to protect this lead. Smith working with a 1-1 count here. He's a right-handed pitcher. He's going to check on all the runners. And now here's the pitch. Kravosky will take this one down and inside. I think that one almost got a piece of his foot. But right now, the Mustangs, with a golden opportunity, they trail just 3-0. Runners on first and second. And some speed, certainly too, on second base in the form of Crouch. Smith will come set. Here's the pitch. On its way, down low. Runners are going to retreat back to their bases. 3-1.
And you mentioned Devin, a very productive afternoon so far. 2 for 2, couple of singles. Came into the game with a .364 average. Really might be the springboard the Mustangs need here in the bottom half of the sixth inning, down 3-0.
He's been solid all the way around today. The 3-1 offering about to come out of Smith's hand. He checks on Crouch. Here it is. And this one is going to be fouled. Out of play.
Right in a gap there in between cars.
Those are the kind of foul balls I'm
yes.
sure the spectators like. We saw quite a few get caught, unfortunately, at Hutchison last night. The same truck victimized several times. 3-2 now, and a big at-bat for Devin Kravosky with no one out and runners on first and second base. Smith will check the runner at second. Now here's the pitch on its way and hit well by Kravosky, and having a good beat on it. The center fielder,
they got the double play, too.
Cody Woodward coming up throwing, and he doubles Crouch off of second, and that is the tough call of tough calls. I don't know, Brian, if everyone is going to agree with that call.
It was close. Yeah, certainly close over there, but they get their second double play defensively of the game and totally changes the whole dynamic of this bottom half of the sixth inning.
Layton will step in now to face Smith. We still have Hoff on first base. Here's the pitch to Layton. That's in for a strike.
You mentioned some of those home runs from earlier in the week. It was Wyatt Nails that actually shattered a window for Uniontown against Laurel Highlands down at Bailey Park on Tuesday. Nails 2 home runs in the game. When he came up for the 4th time after homering twice, Laurel Highlands actually intentionally walked him. They give him a shot at his 3rd home run. You talk about the gamesmanship and the rivalry between the two schools, it runs deep.
It certainly does. I don't know how I would feel if I were at a high school baseball game. I guess you just have to smile and call your insurance company.
Well, yes. Well, I was very surprised. We talked to the – oh, go ahead.
And Layton is going to hit this one into left center. There's no cars out there, but there doesn't need to be. This one's going to get all the way to the wall. Layton to second. The run will score. Hoff making it all the way around from first base. And that is going to be an RBI double. And a runner, of course, now right back in scoring position in the form of Layton. Layton ripped that ball.
How big is that double play now? Could be 3-2.
That is certainly, to look at it that way, a big, big play, a big call. A good throw by Woodward. Woodward had a good jump on that ball. Off the bat, I thought it might actually drop in. Now we have a runner in scoring position.
Andrew Gallick at the plate.
Gallick's going to come up swinging. He's going to lift this one into foul territory. It's out of play over top of us. Gallick with a chance to make this one real interesting. And now a 3-1 ball game, 0-1. Smith on the hill for the Cougars, replacing Alex Pritchard. Pritchard had been very effective for the Cougars. Got himself into just a bit of trouble here with no one out. Smith came on. The double play eased some of the tension for the Cougars. Smith will check on the runner and deliver. This ball struck again, and this one is going to stay fair and bounce down. The runner from second, Layton, will score easily, and Golick has got himself an RBI single. And what a hit for that young man.
Didn't have the double play now, Josh would be tied.
Maybe that's why the beginning of this game, Brian, went so quickly. We were destined for extra frames.
Yes. Now you'll have Nick Flesher. Actually, it's going to be Wingard. Wingard again batting in this spot. Was originally occupied by Flesher. Be his second at-bat of the game. He's the sixth Mustang to bat here in the bottom of the sixth as Laurel Highlands tries to rally back. Gallick now at first, the game-tying run.
Smith fires one home, and a big offering here will come up empty.
What's interesting is the Mustangs are kind of getting to Smith, who probably had a little bit of a better pedigree coming into the game than Pritchard, who only worked 2 and a third innings. Smith has really been dominant so far this season, and the Mustangs kind of dinging him a little bit here in the bottom half of the sixth.
This pitch will be a called strike. Runner dives back. They fired it out to first base, but thankfully no out to be made there. Brian, when I looked at the numbers, when we knew we were switching pitchers, my very first thought when I saw Smith's numbers is, they're bringing in their ace as a reliever.
Yes. They're going to close out the game, and you're not going to get anything from them, and it's been quite the opposite.
This one is going to be a called strike and a strikeout here for the third and final out of the sixth. But the Mustangs
have
strike
life
for 2. They have life going into the seventh and final inning here on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night. When we come back, it's time for the final frame.
Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. Uniontown Detailing has moved to a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Stop by and check them out today. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair. Currently in their 61st year of providing quality, reliable service to the community, Ted Silva & Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repairs, and glass installation. They'll gladly blueprint your vehicle for repair, and they'll work with your insurance company. With a paint booth that utilizes the environmentally friendly waterborne paint process, Ted Silva & Son not only cares for our community and our children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it's the goal of Ted Silva & Son to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way possible. Take it from me, Matt Sapienza, an actual satisfied customer. Call 724-437-2351 for Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair, LLC. Family owned and operated for 61 years. Always proud to support local high school sports.
Welcome back to 590 AM WMBS, where Brian and I just had our life flash before our eyes with a baseball that was thrown into the press box, I hope by accident. It landed right between us.
Always a close call when you come here. That's the first time we've had one of these up here in a while.
Thankfully, everyone is okay. And
didn't hit us, didn't hit the camera, so that's always a good sign.
You've got Woodward coming up swinging here, and this is going to be a pop-out. Welcome back to 590 AM WMBS, by the way. One down here in the top of the seventh inning in a 3-2 ball game.
We were shocked. I heard it, and I didn't realize the ball actually come up.
I didn't either. I heard it before I ever saw it. It hit right between us.
Good thing we weren't a little closer to one another.
Shane Layton back on the hill for the Mustangs. You're listening, of course, to the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night. Still a peaceful Friday evening here, a cooler Friday evening, certainly than the day was. We had a high temperature well into the 80s here in Fayette County today. And we have Shane Layton looking to keep the Cougars off the board. He's going to fall behind 1-0. He's now facing Luca DiLeonardo. Woodward, of course, swinging at the first pitch, lifting it over to the third baseman. This one also going to just miss, and we'll go 2-0. The Mustangs having a big inning, Brian, when it was really needed, and if they can keep the Cougars off the board here, it's a one-run game. Layton with the 2-0 offering. He's going to miss here, and he's going to fall behind 3-0.
Have to thank our video stream sponsors today, Dr. Paul Hartley and State Farm Agent Lauren Yohman for their support. There's all of our high school sports sponsors all season long as well.
Layton looking to get this at-bat back under control. He fires home a strike. 3-1.
Josh and I still a little shook up here.
I think so. It's one of those things where it happened, and it's many seconds after you actually
realize what happened. Yes. At least we weren't hit. That's the good thing.
No one was hit. Everyone is absolutely okay. 3-1 on the way from Layton. This one is going to be hit into center. Good swing there, and it's going to get between the center and right fielders. And wanting to is going to be DiLeonardo, and he's going to be in really uncontested. No throw there. He slides into second, but he was in easily.
Now Blackhawk looking for a little insurance here, up 3-2. In the top of the 7th. They got the top of the order coming up now, and Connor Welsh.
Welsh was able to reach last time on a walk, still looking for his first hit of the evening. He's played in the infield, also has done some time in the left field. He was just moved out there. He'll face Layton for the first time. Layton, the righty, looking to mitigate any damage here. Will step off the rubber and check out his infield. His infield is actually going to move around here just a little bit, reposition themselves at second and short. DiLeonardo takes a modest lead for now. Layton is going to take a peek at him and then fire one home. And this is in for a strike. And Brian, this is a game I'll always remember. Hopefully the Mustangs can come back, but I'll always remember being here with you, not because we were almost struck with a baseball, but because I'm about to become an uncle during this game. My sister's
congratulations
right now to my first niece.
Congratulations.
Nell Theodora Lee. We'll see if the Mustangs can't bring home a win for us, too. And here's a ground ball, playable. Up with it, and the throw over. Nice job. And the runner doesn't even have a chance to advance there, Brian. Another good example of the Mustangs looking off the runner before throwing over to Kravoski, and the out's made at first base.
Yeah, good job by Nick Crouch over there playing third now for Laurel Highlands, getting it over to Devin Kravoski. 2 outs now here in the top of the 7th. Again, for Laurel Highlands, in the bottom of the 7th, they have Connor D'Amico, Ethan Koffler, and Alexander Caldew up, hitters 7, 8, and 9. And we'll see if they can flip that back around to the top of the order and try to make a rally back here. But again, they have to try to keep Keister and Blackhawk from gaining any additional ground here in the top half of the 7th.
And they've been so good against Keister all night. Going to fall behind him here 1-0. Keister, of course, coming into tonight, a .410 batting average. He has an on-base percentage north of 500. He is 0 for 3. Mustangs looking to get him to go 0 for 4. Here's the pitch. This one is going to be in for a strike.
Actually spent some time a couple of weeks ago, Josh, with a couple of your aunts up at Nemacolin.
Really?
Dinner. Yes. Yeah, sat at a table with them.
Great couple of ladies.
Yes.
They're all now, I suppose, great aunts.
Yes, they would be. Congratulations to your whole family with a new addition.
Thank you. We're really excited. Layton going to look back the runner to second base. And the Mustangs now with a real opportunity to keep this one a one-run game against Owen Keister. Layton keeping one eye on the runner, one eye going to fire a pitch home. This is a ground ball and playable. Here's the throw over to first from short, and plenty of time. They get Keister by 2 steps. He's not very happy about it.
Ethan Koffler.
That's a good job by Coughlin. Coughlin had been doing it all day from different positions now, over at short and previously at second base. Hey, we've got a one-run game here at Laurel Highlands High School. The Mustangs trail 3-2. They will get their final at bat in the bottom of the 7th when we come back on a C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night.
The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood is a veterans organization located in Fayette County since 1950. They are proud to advertise on WMBS sports programs and to contribute to the Veterans Hospital, local sports teams, and scouting organizations. The Catholic War Veterans will be holding a veterans breakfast coming up on May 18th from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Veterans, police, first responders are invited to attend at no cost. A guest goodwill donation will be accepted. Best of luck to all of our local teams from the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood.
Did Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
My name is Terry Kahn, and I'm a paralegal at Radcliffe Law, now Radcliffe Martin Law. It's exciting to work with the next generation of lawyers here in Uniontown. I've worked at several firms in Uniontown and worked on cases against the big firms in Pittsburgh, and I must say they're no match for Tripp, Bill, and Rob. Their combined caring and integrity are second to none. Radcliffe Martin Law, your local injury attorneys. Give us a call at 724-439-3939 or like us on Facebook.
And welcome back to Laurel Highlands High School. Jack Johns in the batter's box, left-handed bat here on a C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night. The Mustangs trail by 1, 3-2. Dylan Smith still on the hill for the Cougars. Joshua Scully alongside Brian Morozak tonight. Here's a big swing by Johns, and he's going to be down on a strikeout. So now the Mustangs have just 2 outs to work with.
That was quick, too.
Yes, very quick, very, very quick. Ethan Koffler in the batter's box now. Koffler has had a beautiful night in the field. That is going to be a ball inside. Koffler has played second and short, and Brian, as soon as the game started, we thought, boy, Koffler is really here to play tonight.
Yes.
He's making plays all over the field. They moved him to short. He didn't miss a beat. This one upstairs, now a friendly count, 2-0 for Koffler against Dylan Smith. Smith, of course, took over in the previous inning. The Mustangs got to work, put 2 runs across. Here's the 2-0. That's going to be in for a called strike.
You can kind of tell at this juncture of the game, Smith's starting to get into a groove here for Blackhawk.
Koffler drew a walk during his previous plate appearance. He swings at this one, comes up empty, and now we're going to have a 2-2 count. The Mustangs down to just 2 outs. They need a run to tie, 2 to win. Smith will come set. Here's the wind and the 2-2 on its way. And Koffler is going to be down on strikes. The ball momentarily gets away, but the tag is applied, and that's going to be 2 down.
3 straight strikeouts now for Smith. Sent down Wingard to end the 6th, and now Johns and Koffler here to start the 7th, and Laurel Highlands down to their final out, and Alexander Call.
We'll see if Call can't breathe some life back into this 7th inning. Here's the pitch from Smith. This one is going to be a called strike. Call moves out of the way, just catching the inside edge. And now the Mustangs are down to 2 strikes. Smith really starting to deal here in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch, and now it's 0-2. Foul tip. Smith, of course, had the very lofty numbers when the switch was made, and when he came in, the Mustangs sort of took advantage of the opportunity that was laid out for him. Pieced together a couple of runs. And now here's Call, going to have one snagged out of the air at third by the third baseman. That's DiLeonardo. Yep. Nice play by him. If that had dropped, it would have had single easily written all over it. But that is going to be out number 3 here for the bottom of the 7th. Your final score, 3-2 in favor of Blackhawk. We'll step away for just a moment prior to our post-game show here on 590 AM WMBS on a C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night.
You can go to Big Box Medical Office.
Now serving number 3,943.
Or,
Hi, come on in. How are you?
when you see doctors Paul Hartley and Mary Beth Riley, plus nurse practitioners Tara Bozek, Jessica Reckard, and Stacy Morris, you get one-on-one personal professional health care serving the area for over 3 decades. If you're looking for a primary care doctor, call Doctors Hartley and Riley at 724-437-1109 or online at ppcp.org. Or
serving number 3,940.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yohman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yohman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is
For
there.
over 45 years, we at Davis & Davis have stood by the great people of Fayette County, turning their legal battles into victories. If you're hurt or injured, don't wait. With Davis & Davis, you're not just a case number, you're part of our community, our priority. Call 724-437-2799 for your free consultation, and one of our 6 attorneys will personally meet you and make sure you get the maximum amount of money that you deserve. At Davis & Davis, you won't pay us anything until we win your case.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valets. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car and drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Back here at Landman Field, wrapping things up, the Blackhawk Cougars a 3-2 win over the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Blackhawk improving to 7-9 overall with the win. Josh has your game recap.
So we started this one off, a very quick and efficient first couple of innings for both starting pitchers. We saw some great work for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs from Devin Kravoski. He was excellent in this one tonight. Of course, this was senior day. We had a lot of great senior play from the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Alex Pritchard also for Blackhawk. What a tremendous outing that he ultimately had. The Mustangs would really not even get anything going until Pritchard was removed from the game in favor of Dylan Smith. Ultimately, though, no scoring through the first couple of frames, and then finally in the fourth, Blackhawk was able to get a run across the plate. They would ultimately find some more success in the fourth inning when they put through a couple of more off a few big hits that were delivered by their bottom of the order. We saw some good hitting for this team from Carter Davis and Cody Woodward especially. Logan Illich was a trouble the whole game for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. He, of course, delivered a double in the first inning, came back and ultimately scored a run in the fourth. The Mustangs, though, limited the damage and were able to hold the Cougars at just 3. Brian and I had mentioned multiple times, even through that point in the game, oh my, the Cougars must be kicking themselves because they were very conservative at moments, not all the time, but very conservative at moments, often holding runners at third. The score was 3-2 going into the sixth inning. That's when Laurel Highlands finally found some success. There was a hit batsman, a scary moment. Thankfully, everyone ended up being okay. Parker Hoff draws the walk. We thought for a moment that we were not going to see a rally after all. There was a double play ball, and then Shane Layton came up big with a double, and ultimately following that up, Andrew Golick delivers the single. We saw a couple of runs come across for the Mustangs. The Mustangs then had Shane Layton limit any further damage in the seventh inning. Unfortunately for the Mustangs, no success against Dylan Smith. They couldn't repeat the trick from the sixth inning in the seventh, and that brings us to your final score of 3-2.
Well, Josh, enjoyed working with you as always. I'm sure we'll get an opportunity to do it again soon.
Yeah, it's always been a pleasure, Brian. Absolutely.
Again, for Blackhawk, they'll have one final regular season game against Moon coming up on Monday. Laurel Highlands will wrap up their season on Monday as well on the road at Brownsville. Again, Blackhawk headed to the WPIAL playoffs. I have to thank Sarah Camp behind the camera, my broadcast partner Josh Scully, and Nick Barczyk back inside our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. This is Brian Morozak saying have yourselves a pleasant good evening. For you folks on the radio side, stay tuned. Pirates baseball on the way next, and our next broadcast of high school baseball comes your way on Monday as Uniontown will host Connellsville. That game on the WMBS Facebook page at 7 o'clock. Again, your final score from Landman Field, Blackhawk 3 and Laurel Highlands 2. Song, everybody, from Laurel Highlands High School.
Bad hair day.